Oh yeah, you guys were like,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys came in here knowing that a fight was going to happen. You guys can definitely pre-buff if you want.
I say I know we precasted a few things. We did like Alacrity and Unity, and the Crust of Tears are out, and I did Sanctuary on Ace.
And I did Protection from Evil and Good on Ace.
You
Yeah.
did Protection People Good on somebody. You saw you casted it up here.
I did it on whoever you did between Ace and Nomad.
I did Ace with Sanctuary.
I probably did Ace too, but I can't remember. I remember thinking it's Ace, so let's just say it's on Ace.
What did those do?
Sanctuary makes it so if anyone tries to attack you, they have to do a Wisdom save or attack somebody else.
Is one of them broken the moment you attack?
I don't think Sanctuary is, or is it? If it is, I guess I probably
Sanctuary is
wouldn't have done
broken as soon as he makes an attack.
Yeah.
that. Okay, I probably wouldn't have cast that then.
Protection from Evil and Good gives where the fuck is it? It gives things disadvantage on you.
Aha.
Definitely includes this. I'm pretty sure Celestial's in there.
Yes. You can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by aberration, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. And they have disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
Alright, sick. Flick is possibly on his way, but let's get the shit going. Last week, you guys investigated the Temple of Corlin. Adra taught Moat a little bit about the ritual, and then you guys learned some more by simply identifying the dagger that was left on the pedestal. You had a little bit of exploration where you found what appears to be some sort of an entity trapped within a coffin in a graveyard behind the temple. And then eventually Ace tried to speak with Corlin, to reason with Corlin in a dream. It went back and forth, but ultimately Corlin's greed and anger, and especially jealousy, won out. As you guys were preparing to leave, Corlin mind-controlled Ace and tried to make him stab Nomad in the back of the neck.
And succeeded.
And succeeded. You guys fled, broke cover, rested for a moment and tried to figure out what to do. During that time, Nomad explained that all of these excess souls are causing him a tremendous amount of pain and rapidly deteriorating his body and also his mental state. He is in mortal danger. You discussed some options, maybe trying to take him to the Elbrot Mind, maybe trying to just let them scatter. And you decided that most of those plans had some pretty significant drawbacks. There was a lot of risk of the Elbrot Mind being full, of souls being scattered into the Crosswinds and destroyed, or even worse, possibly being harvested by Ozymandias. And you decided that maybe now's the time to try that whole Ascension thing. Steeled your resolve, threw up a ton of pre-buffs and spells, got into your positions, summoned those Trace Crest of Tears, and then Ace began to cut the chains with a dagger. As soon as the dagger touched any of these glowing chains, the rings on all of them burst, and very quickly, as soon as it was free, you saw that this glowing golden kind of ghastly avatar of Corlin rises up from the body stuffed into this pit. Immediately looks aggressive and begins to charge towards Ace. And we're going to start by rolling initiative. But first, Ace, what's up?
You said you wanted me to remind you.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Give me a religion check just for shits and gigs, because it's something you said before the session. That's pretty good. Yeah, 23 is very good. It occurs to you, and this might be notable. At the very least, it would be an interesting curiosity, because of, you were literally curious about it at the start of this campaign before we start, or at the start of the session before we went live. Most gods reside in their domains which are in the outer planes. I'll be right back, just a second.
Everyone besides Flick, who's not here. So everyone here, add a d4 to your initiative.
Sure thing.
Okay, sorry, back. Food's here. This, presuming this is an avatar of Corlin, and that is actually Corlin's body, this might be currently the only god inside of the Crosswinds. The only one that is not cut off from their outer domains by the Crosswinds. Just an interesting curiosity.
So this might be her domain.
With the religion at 23, you would know that that is almost certainly not the case. It seems that she was imprisoned here, but it is noteworthy because she was not imprisoned in her domain in the Outer Planes. You guys, as far as you're aware, are in something akin to the ethereal plane or between the ethereal and the astral. The important thing is that you know for sure you are inside the bounds of the Crosswinds. And this will be the first time that a waking god has set foot in their avatar or physical form inside of the Crosswinds since they were erected.
And quick side question.
Yes.
Where is Ozymandias? Is he in the astral plane or the ether plane, or do we know which plane he's in?
As far as you know, in the Crosswinds themselves.
Okay.
My precasting is to activate my cloak. Giving myself investiture of wind.
Excellent. And yeah, you guys have plenty of time. You knew that this was all coming. You have plenty of time to get pre-buffs up. Who wants to Jaeger Gale, or at least make the decisions for Gale?
He's literally riding on my shoulder, so I can do it.
Alright, that seems fair.
It's basically bang bang, right? Shooting
Yeah,
out
it's pretty
gun.
much bang bang. I don't know his spells. If someone else does, they can do it, but
For your planning purposes, he was promised one free auto crit because he rolled that double crit when he thought the battle was starting last time.
I remember
Fair.
that. Would you allow me to pre-rage, or is that too shenanigans?
That's fine. Like, you guys, like, you knew that this was going to be hostile, and you did a countdown to do it. You can pre-rage if you want.
Wonderful, thank you. You're a generous god.
Oh, I think that it is reasonable given the circumstances. You guys are about to fight the hardest thing that I think I've ever thrown at you, and we'll see how it goes.
We're about to fight an ungenerous god.
Sure are. I'm excited to see what the fuck happens. This should be fucking weird.
Is today the last day of the campaign?
Today-
Let's find out together.
It might be. We'll find
Yeah.
out.
I have also made the conscious decision, I realize, to be under the effects of power word pain.
Ouch.
It just
Ouch.
makes sense. Considering I am dying.
I appreciate it.
Oh boy. All right.
Did everyone add their d4s?
I have.
Yeah, we just all
I
rolled
rolled
like
a
total
one.
dog shit.
Oh, I need to get
I
this
rolled.
right.
I rolled fine.
No, yeah, you rolled great. I just mean everyone else rolled like dog shit.
Yeah, everyone else.
I think that might be Vasu's lowest initiative ever.
I think I go right
Pretty sad.
right after you.
For my pre-buff, I just do my Avatar of the Elements thing. So I
Fuck
roll
yes.
4 more
yeah!
BR arms,
Go Avatar State.
and I fly up with Nomad. I'd imagine.
All
To
right.
take that.
Yeah, one of his little fiery arm, when he does that, kind of flares up a little bit, and I'm going to activate Mantle
Fuck
for my pre-buff.
yes. The Crustiteers begin whatever their pre-buff scenario is. I assume that they have some really
Inspiring leader.
cheesy.
I have
Yeah,
a song.
yeah, they have like
It's-
definitely. It's like a song or a mantra or something like
Like a
that.
little
For sure.
shanty?
Yeah, it's a sea shanty about Classy, for sure.
Oh my god, you're right.
Please stop saying that word. I was thinking earlier before you said it. I was like, it's probably my least favorite word of this entire campaign.
I'm happy I could help.
It has come up so often, and I really just don't.
It's always Zeke who's bringing it up too.
It's because I love it so much.
Zeke just loves Clussy. We all know
Don't
that.
fault me for loving Classy.
Breeder.
All right. The chain is cut. The pre-buffs are ready. Everybody leaps into action. Corlin, blazing fast, begins to charge directly towards Ace. Ace is ready for it. First act. What'd he do?
I marked the bitch and then I let loose a shit ton of arrows from my new bow.
Okay, excellent.
Hell yeah!
She doesn't happen to be an aberration, does she?
No. Sure doesn't.
Alright, and these are all going to be -5 for +10. Does 24 hit?
Ooh, I need to put this on the token. 24. You watch as your first arrow is loosed, and you see the golden tethers of magic that make up this avatar begin to split around it. Your arrow is just fast enough that it catches the back of the throat right before it's able to split apart around the arrow. It does hit.
Okay, and it does damage.
45 points of damage. What type is that? Piercing?
It's
Oh,
it's,
right.
that has the extra D8 already added into it too.
Okay, perfect. Excellent.
And then 2 more.
this link for some reason.
Oh, that one definitely
Ooh,
misses.
that is a miss. Yep.
$21.
At 21, the avatar just twists into basically a swirl of pure energy and wraps itself around the arrow. The arrow misses.
Can I add does Unity work on this?
It's a attack roll, saving throw, or ability check.
Yeah, once per turn.
Once per turn.
Turn or round?
Turn. Each turn. Not each
Does
of your
a
turns, each turn.
23 hit?
23. Just hits.
Ooh, Jesus.
So what does it look like when I shoot this bow? This bow made of blood?
Yeah. As you draw the string, it does kind of, you hear the creaking of wood as it takes on this very hardened form. Almost looks a little bit like obsidian or onyx. Flexes, even though it has this crystalline sheen to it. When you fire, there is just a supernaturally fast bolt of red that flies out. And you can see that it leaves behind this like trail of swirling fire. And after the first like 5 or 10 feet that it travels, you see that kind of piercing out from both of its sides like a paper plane are just these bloody dragon wings that kind of fly like wings with the arrow towards the target. And you do notice that with 2 hits on there, when the arrow impacts, it leaves streaks of blood, like blood that has been dropped into crystal clear water that swirl around the inside of the form of this avatar. The damage on that second hit was 28. Excellent.
All right, and then with that, I'm gonna probably back up here and duck behind this wall, get some cover.
All right, excellent. Anything else?
Actually, as I'm backing up, can I see out the back window and see if that coffin in the backyard is doing anything?
I believe I ruled that from here, like the angle of the thing is just such that you don't even have line of sight.
Okay, that's fine.
If
But
you,
I didn't see like a hovering body, just like being like exorcism or anything.
correct.
Right?
Nothing like that. No.
All right, that's my turn. Then.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action. Boy. Okay, who looks the scary? The dragon doesn't bother. Well, actually, the dragon does kind of bother me a bit. Yeah, I think it's time. The first thing that the Avatar of Corland is going to do with its legendary action is going to look towards Mr. White and attempt to well, it doesn't know that that's a polymorph. Yep, there's no way it would know that that's a polymorph. It is going to sling a feather towards Mr. White.
Can I move to this other side?
Yeah, totally fine.
Okay.
It's also not a polymorph.
True.
Yeah, it is.
The point is that the Avatar has no reason to. Well, wait, True Sight, right? It's too late. I've
True
already
sight,
committed.
True sight wouldn't show anything. He's not transferred.
That's true. It's just literally a soul transfer. You're totally right. With that said, 28, I'm almost certain hits Mr. White for
Sure.
22 points of piercing necrotic.
Baking feather.
Just so I understand, he is true polymorph, isn't he?
No,
I thought
Yeah.
we put his soul into
Mr. White's
right,
dragon body.
Right,
and he
and then-
polymorphs
Yeah.
into stuff. Mhm.
he
Yeah,
is a
unpoly-
dragon.
Yep. I'm with you now. Sorry, I
Got
caught up.
Excellent. That is 22 points, which I will put on him. And you see that as this golden feather sticks into kind of one of the shoulders of Flick in this dragon form, you can see that the scales and the meat around that feather just begin rapidly dissolving into dust. That'll bring us to the Avatar's actual turn. It gets that legendary back immediately. And let's have some fun. It is going to swoop into the fray. And it will start by biting... Oh, it's gotta be Moat. Yeah, we see those rings. We see those rings. We know what those rings mean. Let's fucking go. This horned beak filled with razor-sharp shark-like teeth just clamps down around you, Moat. And even as it's biting and kind of shaking your body in like an alligator to death roll, you can hear this just screaming bird noise, furious. You can see that it locks eyes for a moment with your holy symbol before making this attack. It seems to recognize who you are and what you stand for. Or at least who Aedra is and what Aedra did to Corlin.
Dang, he hurt.
Gonna follow up with a claw attack on Nordo.
I'd like to use as a reaction
Sure.
on that bite.
Yeah, go for it.
It's just a level 1. Reduce the damage by 12.
Excellent.
You're a hero.
And then 23 to hit on Nordo.
Oh
It's
yes.
not much.
24 slashing, and this claw digs into your skin. You are grappled and restrained. It is then going to just try to headbutt Gale on your shoulder.
No, Gale. Damn, these are good rolls.
I believe 24 will hit.
Pretty sure that hits Gale.
28 points of bludgeoning. Do you have control of his token, or should I?
I don't.
Let me set that up real quick.
Also, can I have my telepathic advisor out?
Yeah.
My manifested mind. It's probably just next to me.
I don't know. I don't think there's secrets on here, but if there are, I trust you to be an adult.
Expect Zeke specifically to be able to.
Yeah, I trust Zeke and only Zeke to be an adult with Drake's character sheet.
Correct.
Alright, you should be able to control it now. That is 28 points of bludgeoning, and I need a strength saving throw.
Hold on.
Is he crazy strong for some reason?
He's got like
Isn't it just
Atlas motor, I
sometimes?
think. That was only 8 damage. Where's the other 20? I really can't math. Okay. I still don't have a character sheet for him. What's his modifier here?
Oh, weird.
Just I don't think I do.
Oh, I see what I did. There you go. Should be good now.
Aha. How can I abuse this character sheet? It's loading, hold on. Okay, strength save. It's real bad. I don't think he can succeed it.
Alright, he is knocked prone. I'm just going to use the mount rules and say that that probably dismounts him as well.
Does he have a D4 to that?
He does.
Because he has a +5 for me right now. He can make that.
He could make that. He does make
Means he
that.
makes it.
29. He's not prone.
Can't he also like flash or something when he fails a saving throw?
He could. That is limited use. Actually, that might only be for other people. I honestly don't remember. I just got flash, so I don't know.
I think it works in himself as well.
Either way, no need this time. Alright, excellent. After all of this, he is then going to... yeah, let's do it. Let's split form. You watch...
Uh-oh.
go ahead.
Before he splits form, sorry. I wasn't sure what he was going to do next. He takes 5 fire damage from my mantle, and I'm going to use my reaction to attack him back.
Oh shit, yeah, go for it.
Can I do that?
You
He hit
can.
me.
You're within 10 feet of me. Did he damage you?
He did.
Yep, you can hit him back.
I would love to.
And so can Gale, presumably.
Yes.
Good, all
Anybody he did damage to. And is in with 10 feet of me. To be within.
29 good, 25 good.
And I don't know if he can fail a strength save of 17 or if he can even be restrained, but if he can, there's that. And I would be absolutely remiss not to attempt a stunning strike, and will attempt one.
Hell yeah.
Nah.
Oh, Jesus.
Another
Yeah,
7 from the
Pretty
smite.
good concept.
And an extra 10 from Mantle on both of mine.
Oh, excellent.
So 15 total for Mantle, and then my regular damage.
All right.
And then does Gale's attack have to be melee or can it be ranged?
He can do range, and he has advantage because pack tackets, and he also has crossbow expert. So he has
How about
like
he'll just use that crit that he had stored up?
Oh, damn it.
And
Thank
I
you.
would be remiss as Gale not to use his
branding smite.
his smite as crit. So I gotta add 46 to that. So that's 31 plus whatever the crit damage was up there.
Hottie.
No, it's gone. I'll just roll another attack, I guess. This, but if it was a crit. Oh lord, is it overdrive or is it?
I think it was overdrive.
I think it's Zephyrus. Yeah, there we go.
So that's not a crit. So what do I need? Another 2d6 and a d12?
Yep. Fucking 73 points of damage from that. Ow. Alright, as you guys take all of these retaliatory strikes, fueled by the divine mandate of Adra, you watch as the form cleaves into 3, one of which continues to hold on to you, Nordo. Let me double check. Where can these go?
Uh-oh. We're in danger.
Perfect. Excellent. The one that maintains its grasp on you, Nordo, is a brilliant golden winged kobold, which flies with you up to the very top of this room, about 20 feet up from where everybody else is standing, and then another about 30 feet down into the pit, so 50 feet fall potentially. Not that you give two shits. Gale, however, might. The golden Kenku will stay right here in the doorway next to all of you. And the golden Kuatoa is going to... it'll pop out way back in this corner where it's nice and safe. That is the Avatar's turn. Nomad is up.
Oh boy. How many of them are there? Oh, there's one right here.
Hey, just real quick for shopkeeping purposes, which one, if any of these guys, is my stack of bleed on and or my stack of heat?
That is a great point. It is actually all of them.
Oh.
And I'll just leave this over to the side to keep track of status conditions.
Okay, cool.
So my manifested mind is going to try and overload this thing's mind with information overload. Did it go through? Oh wait, here we go. 20 int save for 12 psychic damage. Nope.
Big old save.
No damage. I have no bonus actions, I think. Not currently. That is my turn.
Excellent. That'll bring us to a legendary action. Yeah, this makes sense. The flying kobold that has you in its grasp, Nordo, is going to look at you and also look at Gale, who's now clinging desperately to your shoulder as you guys are being tossed about through the air. Rears its head back and begins to breathe this golden flame that affects both of you. I don't think it gets anybody else. So I need a dex save from Nordo and a dex save from Gale. Versus 23 fire damage.
Oh, I need my d4. Oh, thank God. 0 damage for me.
Gross.
But poor Gale. It's not going to go well. Oh, it did go well.
Son of a bitch. Half
So he
damage for
takes-
11. And then it is Gale's turn.
Bang, 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 bang,
Okay.
bang.
Yeah, I say, I don't know. So he's got the gunner feat, so he doesn't have to give a shit about disadvantage on things.
In fact, he has advantage because you're there.
Does he?
Yeah.
Let's see if he has a. Sorry. Trying to see if he has a way to like get out of this grapple and get the fuck out of here.
He has. He's a nimble squatter,
He is a nimble squatter,
Nimble
but
squatter.
or whatever it's called.
Yeah, no, it's squat nimbleness. You're right. It's just a funny series of words.
okay.
Also,
he's
is he grappled or is it just Nordo that's
Just
grappled?
Nordo.
it's just me. I just mean for him to get because he has no legs right now. Like the reason he's on my shoulders because he can't
He's
walk.
got one leg.
But he does have Fey touched with Misty Step, so he's gonna Misty Step to get the fuck over somewhere safe. He'll go over with Crust of Tears, I think,
Excellent.
into this room, and then he will fire a couple shots at the one that's grappling me because I'm me. I'm not gonna spend.
Advantage.
I'm not gonna spend his mana. Do I think maybe he would?
I was gonna say it's because fighting a
All right, I'm
god.
gonna do it. Sorry, Gil, you weren't here. I'm gonna spend all your mana for you. How much does level 5 spell cost?
I should know this off the
7.
top of my head. 7, yeah.
7.
Oh wait, no, he had to Misty Step. He can't do that anyway. All right, he's just gonna shoot.
Oh right, correct.
Yeah.
All right, cool. 2 shots with advantage. Overdrive.
28 is good for 26. 27 for another 22.
Okay, and then he's just gonna kind of like crawl into this corner and get some cover. That's his action, his bonus action, and his limited movement. That's it.
All right, at the end of your turn, let's see. Why would I go over there? That's a mistake that I've made now. That cannot unmake. All right, the Kenku split of the Avatar is going to begin just seething these cackling and maddening echoes and laughter. I need all of you guys within 30 feet of the Kenku down at the bottom there to give me a wisdom saving throw. I think that is everyone.
Is this a charm effect?
It is. Let me double check actually.
Or a
If it,
frightened effect.
if it is a charm effect, we are all immune. Everyone within that my aura is immune.
That would be a damn shame.
If it's a frighten, everyone in my aura is immune. Or
yeah.
they're immune, but it's temporarily suppressed, so
It
they still
is-
have to save.
Everyone in my aura is
Fear.
immune to fear.
Actions. No, it is not a charm. It is not a fear.
Oh boy.
I hate it.
Wisdom, yeah?
Wisdom saving throw if you're within 30 feet. Nordo, I think you're safe actually because you're high enough up in the air.
Oh, thank God. How about Gale? He's at ground level.
I think he is. You know what? He's got full cover and he's exactly at 30. I'll say he's safe too. That's fine.
Okay.
I did mention I was flying, but I didn't say how much. But I guess we'll see how well I rolled.
Let me Pythagorean it real
I
quick.
got a 23. It's probably all right.
Oh yeah, 23 saves anyway, so you're fine.
Okay.
Okay, I'm 24.
You were looking for a 23. If anybody failed, I think all of you succeeded actually. Holy shit. Good fucking. Oh right, Mr. White, the important one.
Don't say it like that.
I don't like that.
It's just that I really want to fight a dragon and a god at the same time. Damn it, Moat. Damn it. Wait, do you have... He's big enough. He's gargantuan.
I was gonna say I
Yeah.
don't know if he's in 10 feet
He also
of me.
gets he also has a
Yeah,
D4
I
he
like
can add
it
to it.
better.
Yeah, so this token is kind of misleading. Mr. White is an ancient dragon. He's probably actually like 2
Yeah.
feet down in the pit like this. So let's do this.
It's massive.
Understood.
Yeah.
Why is he only huge? It's fucking massive.
All right, that brings us to
Oh yeah, Flick doesn't have the D4.
Vasu's actual turn.
I don't know who to attack. I don't.
Any single one of them. They all
Yeah.
take damage.
Yeah,
Go for
let's-
that caster that ran away and hid in the corner.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I mean, Moat looks hurt, but he's got a fucking ancient dragon next to him. I know that Nordo fears no gods or fall damage.
Yeah,
so
solo that.
I'm gonna bum
that one
rush
in the
this
corner.
little goblin that ran over into the corner. I know it's actually a kobold.
Good.
Kumatoa.
Oh, the kobold's the flying one. Right. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna dash up on him, which gives me advantage on the spear. Hacha for 32.
32 hits for 18 points.
And an extra 4 radiant.
Excellent.
And like my monk brother, I have to try. Give me a con save.
You gotta try.
Oh, how much? The 4 points was radiant?
Yeah.
You do find radiant damage does not do anything.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
It heals them.
Oh,
No,
I
no,
thought
it's
you
just
were
undoing
just
the
going
damage
off.
from earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's good to know.
That's weird.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
give
okay.
Give me a wisdom check, Vasu.
Fucking plus 19.
23 is good enough to know that in this form, there is at least key to connect with.
Yeah, but it's a plus 19.
But, you know, plus 19. Yeah. Good luck.
Yes, say spoiler alert, DC 19.
Yeah.
No, Nordo's got the right idea. I think. Just see something real quick. I'm gonna, yeah, for my second attack, I'm gonna pull the Arumi off of my waist, whip it with some lightning.
28 is good for another 18 points of magical lightning. These dead fish eyes stare back at you, continuing to chant even as you flay its flesh.
Sorry, I'm re-looking up the things that I can do with the bonus action from that avatar state I went into. Because there's a bunch of cool ones.
Oh hey. There's another save that needs to happen here.
Yeah, I'm gonna. As I'm like stabbing at it with the spear, and then I swing the Arumi at it, I'm going to reach out with my key behind it, and I'm gonna create a 15-foot cube of swirling wind. Each creature in the area must make a con save or take a d10 of bludgeoning, half on success. If a large or smaller creature fails, they are pushed up to 10 feet away from the center of the cube. I'm putting it like right behind him in the corner. I'm basically just trying to put him into the pit.
Right, alright. Okay, excellent. That is a strength save, you said?
Con.
Con save. Do this swirling wind, con save.
Yeah, he's good.
He does still take 2.
2 whole damage.
Alright, excellent. Anything else?
Nope.
Sick. Let's have some fun.
Heck, real quick. I
Yes.
just realized I had Arcane Recovery. Could I have used it when I drank the potion, the water?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Let me see how much mana I got back from that one. This is a lifesaver, actually.
I was gonna say, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice.
Alright. As this fish-eyed creep stares at you, Vasu, even as you are tearing scales off of its body, it finishes its chant and attempts to embiggen and godden and endeton you. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Begin and Gone and Deton.
Damn it! Alright, excellent. That brings us to Nordo's turn.
Okay. So, tell me this. If hypothetically an effect allowed me to choose 3 creatures within a certain range,
Yeah,
are these 3 separate creatures?
sure seems like it.
Outstanding. Nordo sort of tangling with this thing up in the air above this pit, reaches down to his bracelet that has the beads with each of our symbols in them and touches the Vasu symbol, and then disappears in a flurry of red feathers. Cast Vasu's Wind Strike. We'll start on the one that's on me, then the south, and the north.
Hell yeah!
Praise be to the Lord Most High. 19, 19, and a natural 1 all miss.
Bummer. How's Wind
No!
Strike work? Do I end up still next to the last one I
You
targeted?
can choose any of the targets to end up next to.
Okay,
Such
I
good
will,
damage.
I know. That's some really good ways to damage.
It sure was. The entire battlefield just becomes this chaotic swirl of wind for a moment. As these things blip into energy, dodging your strikes almost as fast as you can zip around and make them.
Okay, cool. And
Imagine
actually,
it's like watching a Dragon Ball Z fight.
Hell yeah.
I'm actually going to end up down by this one. I think Vasu's got that situation under control down there.
All right,
Don't worry
excellent.
about Ace and Moat seem to be the ones they are targeting the most. Actually, no, there's a whole ass dragon up there. I'll go with Basu up here. Alright. That is my action. I'm gonna go ahead and action surge. And attack.
That's 8 more lightning damage.
Oh, good call.
That I forgot about.
Excellent.
Recklessly, of course.
Sure you don't want to action surge Steel Wind again. Ooh, 29.
I wish to God that I could. It's for long rest.
Gotcha. 15. Sorry, 29 does hit for 15.
Question.
Would
Yes.
20.
Aren't you raging? How would you cast
I
that
am.
spell?
That's a good point. Can I do that from an item while I'm raging? is it-
No. Like, you've already done it this time, I'll let it slide this one, but he is correct. You technically should not have been able to do that.
Sorry.
It's
I
okay.
shouldn't think about that. Might be.
The
Just
dice,
would a 22.
dice never lie, anyway.
Yes, I didn't hit anyone, so it's fine. Would a 22 have hit?
22 would have missed.
Alright. Second attack. Damn it, this is Gale's sheet. Keep opening the wrong sheet.
$31, good. 23 would have hit there.
Oh, hit me with a strength save on that first one also, I forgot. Oh, cool. Restrained as well. This is immune.
Let me double check. I don't think he is. He's not, and he'll actually allow that to happen. That's fine.
Okay, so restrained and prone now. I will go ahead and use my bonus action for a flurry of blows. If this hits, it's a crit because he's restrained.
That is a hit for 20 total.
On the crit, I will use my reaction for the old standby. Spine of the Cloud Piercer Mountain. And then the second attack of the flurry. I think that misses.
Ooh, yeah, no good.
Alright, cool. That's my action. My action surge. My bonus action. I'm just gonna stay right there. Actually, I'll real quick. Well, let me kind of retro. When I was hanging up here, could I see anything out this door? Do I see anything out there by the grave?
With your passive perception, you can see that there doesn't appear to be anything unchanged, except that there's no more golden light coming from the hole.
Okay, cool. Great. That's it. That's all for my turn.
All right, that brings us to Mr. White, who has this golden feather sunken into his shoulder. Double check what that does real quick.
Tickles him. It tickles him.
At the start of his turn, he takes 4 points of necrotic damage, and can tell that it's going to continue to do that. This thing still hurts.
I'm sorry, really quick, at the end of my turn.
Yeah.
Those Trace Crusted Tears act.
Oh, good call. I was going to remind you, and I also forgot.
They move to here, I guess. They have 20 feet of movement and 5 feet of flying. So can they, with a... boy. I guess they'll try to dash their way all the way to me, so...
20 gets him here, 30, 40 gets him to, like, here with some generosity.
Yeah, they'll dash their way there, coming to beat up on this guy who's restrained.
They probably have the acrobatics or strength to, like, cut a corner there. I'm into it. All right.
I think that was a 40 as a straight line, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
good. So that's their dash action. They're good.
Perfect. Mr. White, what would you guys like him to do?
Kill it.
Murder the one right next to him.
Yeah, wail completely on it.
All right, excellent. He gets. He tries to do a fight for presence. Immediately finds out that these things are immune to fear. He gets a chomp claw claw.
Chomp claw.
Oh no. The 25 does hit for 16 points of slashing, which I don't think is magical.
Come on.
He's a dragon. He's literally made from the weave itself.
Do most dragons have like magical strikes in their description?
That's a good
No.
question. I don't think they do. I'm gonna go double
Most
check.
dragons actually don't.
It actually doesn't say.
Like in this world, like dragons are made from magic. So I don't know.
I mean, to the same degree that, like, when you heal somebody's wounds, magic put flesh on their body, but that doesn't mean the flesh continues to be magical.
Disagree.
Isn't that the
I
whole
really
thing
do
that dragons are
disagree.
really special?
They are very special. Let me go double check. I don't think that they have magic weapons in their thing. Let me check.
Literally use their parts because they're so well attuned to magic.
They are
I don't
very
understand.
conductive of magic.
Conductive makes sense.
It still does damage, but it is resistant. You do find that it is
Okay,
resistant.
it's not immune. Oh no, we have a completely useless dragon.
You.
Do you want him
Guess
to
we're
move
just
anywhere
using
else?
breaths.
I don't think he can move.
Yeah.
Not a ton. He can kind of just like he could go all the way down into the pit potentially on top of this other creature. We'll just have him stay there, I think. At the end of the turn, you see that the feather continues to eat away at his flesh. This time, doing 9 points of necrotic. That brings us to Moat.
Boy, that feather seems like a him issue.
It does.
Well, I've got this guy next to me. I really want to go hit that prone guy, but I can't get to him and then still do anything reasonable. I'm going to spend some sorcery points to quicken a spell. Actually, I'm going to start with an attack on this guy next to me.
20 misses.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to use my reaction. Oh, I do have Unity. You're right, thank you.
You do.
Does a 23 hit?
23
Yeah.
does just hit. You see that this Corlin, or this Kenku, tries to dissipate into just a cloud of feathers, but is a moment too slow to disperse. Takes 25 points of slashing and fire.
Hold on, there's a smite coming into that.
I sure do wish that there wasn't.
Don't
Another
worry, it's
15.
just a baby smite.
Riddle me this.
Second attack.
Did Moat just smite a creature within 5 feet of me?
No. I like where you're going,
Okay.
but I don't think it would apply here.
Understood. Fair and just.
Okay, on that one, boy, this is so stupid. Yeah, I have to. We got to get this guy on the rope. So I'm gonna use my reaction to add a +10 to that.
Oh, gross.
So I
yeah, that
pull-
hits.
He's like about to weave out of the way, and I kind of just pull some of these like rings floating around the arena, and they just kind of shoot over to him and lock him in place for a second.
You have used this feature a few times, and it is always incredibly impressive. The sheer might and determination of Adra. When you use it here, you at first just get kind of a supernatural sense that Adra is remarkably aligned with your actions right now. That she abhors what this creature is trying to do. That she thinks that this should have been dealt with a long time ago. And the rest of you can see that as Moat brings the sword down, the axe down, a massive, towering, kind of feminine, lithe, draconic humanoid form with 2 chakrams in its hands, almost like a stand, emerges from Moat's back and does this executing slash with Moat, in synchronization with Moat, turning the miss into a hit, 24 points of slashing and fire.
Fucking hot.
Just
What
as
a
quickly as it
weeb.
appears,
Woo!
disappears. Ooh, that's a
There's the
good
smite
fucking
on that
smite,
one.
too.
Okay, now I'm gonna spend my sorcery points to quicken the spell.
No! Stop it! Stop doing things on your turn. Oh my god. 25 does hit. 31 points magical slashing and fire.
Here comes the smite, and then I'll add up all that mantle damage.
Yep. I already got some of it. Fuck. Let's see. I need 10 more. Alright, I think I'm caught up on
It should be a total of 30 mantle
that. No,
damage.
just kidding. Oh, right. There we go. Okay, cool. We're up to 30.
Oh, and then the
then
smite is
smite.
coming in a second. Yeah, sorry, one sec.
Another 13.
And then as this figure appears behind me and all 3 of these hits land, Gale, Mr. White, Ace, you all get conviction.
Can you remind me once again?
You benefit from my auras even if you're outside of their normal range.
So I could run away?
Yes, you can run away. And that's action, bonus action. I'm not gonna move. That's me.
All right, excellent. At the end of your turn, we arrive at the lair action. Corlin, in all 3 forms with all 3 voices at the same time, calling out, only one of them able to make eye contact with you, Ace. Look how weak you have made me. I will take back what was mine. Lets out this horrifying shriek, and all 3 forms spin into energy, and as they do, feathers begin flying out in all directions from all 3 forms. If you are within 20 feet of any of these forms, I need a dexterity saving throw. Which I think is going to be everyone except Gale. You were looking for a 27 dexterity.
I might be able to make it with a D4.
Fuck.
Oh.
I fail?
On a
Wait,
failure,
no, wait. I don't need to roll because I'm next to Moat. Plus 5.
Oh, yeah. On a success, you dodge all of these feathers in this horrifying bullet storm. On a failure, you take 13 points of necrotic, and as you look down, anyone who failed sees, to some horror, one of these golden feathers embedded into your body, and you can see that the skin and flesh and muscle around that feather, along with any gear, begins to rapidly turn to dust.
I'm gonna spend a key point to try and diamond solve that.
Seems reasonable. Nice, good save.
Whew. No damage.
God damn it, Mr. White. You're supposed to be bad at these. It only eats away at temp HP, but you still do have the feather embedded in you.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Do they reappear at the end of that attack?
And yeah, as soon as that happens, they kind of reappear in their forms.
He takes 5 mantle damage.
Damn it.
Oh wait, that's not a melee attack. Never mind.
Correct, yeah. Alright, that was the lair action. That brings us to Ace's turn.
Your words fell on deaf ears. And then I'm going to bonus action just engage because I forget that I can do that.
Sure can.
I'm just gonna back up here, and then I'm going to shoot that. Oh, which one is my hunter's mark on?
All 3.
Cool. Do they count as a humanoid because they're in humanoid form?
I don't think so. A lot of angels look like humans, but that doesn't make them humanoid.
Okay, just figured I'd check.
But I will cede that the type system is stupid.
I'm not going to do -5 for +10.
That's fair. And you made the right call. 24 just hits.
For 45.
45 points of damage. Holy shit. Uh, 32 is good for another 15 on the back. You can begin to see cracks forming across the surface of this kind of ghostly energy projection on all 3 of these.
And then I'm going to actually, yeah, let's move up to here. Oh, and then I'm gonna. Can I as a free action just reach into my bag and grab that cool? Actually, who has the cool crow mask? Did Vasu actually take it?
Oh, I forget who ended up with that.
Which one was the?
I was playing around with it. The one that we killed, and I wore the cape, and I was like, "Look how cool I am."
I assumed it was
probably
you,
had?
yeah.
Okay, well, let's just pretend I have it, so I can put the mask on and be all spooky, and it'd be like, "Oh no."
You already have a crow.
I know, but like,
face.
it's gonna be like that. This creepy specter from the woods.
Love it.
That's gonna be extra spooky.
Alright, that brings us to the Avatar. Let's have some fun.
17 necrotic.
Gross. Does he take necrotic damage?
Sure hope so.
Totally immune to necrotic damage. Get
That's
fucked.
terrible news.
I'm a god,
Damn.
bitch.
Not my main mechanic.
Love hearing that. Alright, what does this fucker do?
3 lightning damage.
Oh, damn, it's not immune to that.
Do all 3 of its forms take?
They do, and actually, 3 points of lightning damage actually pushes it over the edge. You watch as all of these cracks that begin to form as your party wails into these avatars begin to widen and widen and widen. And then you see that this bolt of lightning kind of jumps across all of them, galvanizing these cracks, and then there is a shatter. You watch as all of these forms begin to swirl like a violent tempest, still in their places, but becoming unbound, becoming weaker, and becoming more angry. There is this deafening scream that rings out. I need everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ruh-roh.
What type of saving throw?
Constitution.
Why is it not attacking and only doing saves?
Don't you
boy.
worry, I got you pretty soon. DC on this one is 23.
I literally... I have to nat this and then get a +3 on the Unity. Well, I have a +5 from Moat?
Yeah, you have a
Yeah.
+5.
No.
They take
have
8 fire
inspiration.
damage too.
Damn it, stop it.
No.
It doesn't resist your elemental damage, it only
I
resists
repeat.
other things.
I'm an element monk, baby!
I do think that the only person who failed here is Ace, which is kind of cute.
I failed also.
Although the Crust of Tears might fail.
True. Oh yeah, Mode as well.
I mean, if you don't want me to fail, that's also fine. I don't have to fail.
I don't want you to fail, Moat.
Just
Thank you.
My only regret is that this is involuntary, so that she couldn't say a witty one-liner before doing it. Right after telling her that her words fall on deaf ears, this horrifying scream pierces through the temple, resonates throughout the entire plane,
They become deaf?
and that is the last thing that you hear, Ace. And also Moat, for the time being.
That's really funny.
Both of you are deaf.
Don't
Alright,
worry, we're still connected by a telepathic link.
true. Alright, let's have some fun.
Raris.
The flying kobold begins to cast a spell.
Is it within range?
I think it is.
Within 60 feet.
Yeah, you're within 60 feet. It's a little bit up, but not enough to Pythag it.
I'll attempt to counterspell.
Alright. Let's see, what level?
Just regular.
Double checking the level of this.
So just 3.
Utilities. No, spells and nothing always. I do need to check.
Sure. It's a disadvantage. so
That is a damn
Hold on.
shame.
it is
Oh no.
a
do-
damn shame. Let me just add it.
No! This is the lowest.
this is all you
It
needed?
is only a level 4. You only barely needed the check, but that would have failed it. But Unity saves you. You are able to unmake the threads of weave that this avatar begins to spin as it tries to cast a spell. Alright, that was the kobold. The Kuatoa. Yeah, gata. The Kuatoa begins casting a spell.
I ain't got shit for that.
Alright, perfect.
Counterspell.
you counterspell?
I counterspell him by hitting him in the face.
Hey. you're a magic dude, right?
My
Magic killer.
dreams.
Oh.
My biggest regret of Vasu is not taking Mage Slayer.
I know, I really wish I would have taken it.
It's such a fun feat. What was this? 15 feet.
Gil doesn't have counterspell, does he?
I don't think so.
He probably can't see it anyway.
I honestly don't know if Gale would have Counterspell, but I imagine that just out of principle, Drait would not make a character with Counterspell.
I don't know, because I think revenge is important to Drait as a person.
Yeah, that's true. And that's why I love him so much.
Exactly.
I admire and respect and relate to his pettiness.
He has been playing a druid in this little arc in Zeke's campaign, and the fire and zeal in his eyes gives me life. He's tried so hard to like break things. And I support it. I support it tremendously. Anyway, the incantation goes off, and you see that eyes, fishy eyes, glowing fishy eyes trailed by black smoke begin to swirl around it. Nothing happens immediately, but Nordo and Voss, you can tell that these things are going to attack you or try to hurt you on your turns. Finally... Oh, boy, I should have been paying attention. You know what? Let's fucking go. Let's do it.
I should have been paying attention.
Oh no, I remember exactly what I need to do here. This is clear as day to me. The Kinku, kind of, as it comes to its turn, you all notice that it has been watching Moat, kind of out of the corner of its eye, his head cocked, studying the motions, studying the blade, even studying the giant image of Aedra that momentarily appears. And then it is going to attempt to mimic that entire turn. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's very bad news. That's exceptionally bad news.
Delightful. You watch as it draws its hand back, and as it does, a shadowy blade, an axe, appears in its hand, and it is going to lash out towards you, Ace. Moat, could you give me an attack roll
Ace,
against Ace?
I'm not within
Ace?
5 feet of him.
Oh, no.
Oh, are you not?
Nope. Check the square.
That's fine. It'll move. There we go.
It has disadvantage against
that's
against
fair.
me.
All right. I will have you roll it, Moat, just because it's easier. It is technically this thing making the attack, but it uses all your stats and shit.
So attack roll with disadvantage.
Yep. Oh, damn, that
This
disadvantage.
is just barely.
And then if you want to throw a smite on that one.
Yes.
Again, it doesn't actually come out of your resources, but just for
Is it the same level I cast it at? They were all level 1s.
Yeah,
but...
they were all just level 1s.
Actually, I did the first one as level 1 and the second one were level 2s. So which one?
We'll do the first one first, and then when he does the second one, it'll be level 2. Or level 2.
I see what you're
If it
saying.
hits.
I hate this a lot.
Same.
Excellent. 29, I think, hits you, Ace, for 26. Or sorry, with the mantle, that will be 31 points of damage. And then he is going to try to take a second swing. This time, if he needs it, he'll get a plus 10 to the attack roll.
This is terrible. Why am I rolling so much better now?
40 to hit for 25, and then a level 2 smite on top of that.
And all the mantle damage.
And the mantle damage.
No reaction. This sucks. This is terrible.
I don't have one either.
I'm too far away to do anything.
At least my smite damage is bad.
It was bad smite damage. It's a damn shame.
What's the total damage on the second attack?
35, 40, 45 with mantle, is that right?
Alright, I'll evade it.
Yeah,
it.
Connie.
Uncanny.
It should be 10 mantle damage on each attack.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Excellent. Then yeah,
So-
45 on that second one.
And that's half to
22. Yep. Thankfully, he only gets the action. He does not get the quick and booming blade, which is a damn shame. But that will be the... Oh, wait. No, at the end of its turn, it merges.
Guess what, bitches? I kept my hunter's mark.
Hey.
Huzzah!
And it will reform just right in front of Ace. That sounds great.
Oh, but I don't like that.
That brings us to Nomad.
And got shit for this? Let's see what we can do.
Can somebody jump in the pit and cut its heart out?
Is the heart down there? I don't know.
I mean, it's the whole body is down there, so
Can I
presumably.
reach Ace? Don't think I can reach Ace with this thing, can I? Yeah, hello?
What are you trying to do with Ace?
Can I reach Ace?
Like to touch him?
Yeah.
You would have to, like, weasel... Well, okay, how big is this thing, actually?
It's kinda massive. Just figuring how much its
It would,
body is
yeah, it would have to be
actually-
down here. You'd be able to go around the top of it, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'd like to like here. And that way, like, I can touch Ace or Moat. I can only move 10 feet.
From there, you are not in touching distance of Ace. You'd have to be 1 south, and then you wouldn't be able to touch Moat.
Oh, that's not right. That's fine. This is fine. Closer to Ace is nice. Then I'm just gonna fucking shoot a Jemmy Gem at him. Or rather, I'm gonna go heal Ace. Because he's already low. And I can't really do damage
Seems legit.
with all my saves. This is the 2nd level Psychic Surgery. AKA. Sorry, there's a bunch of drop down boxes. Dire. 34 HP Ace.
Oh, thank you.
That's my turn, no bonus action.
Alright, excellent.
Health.
Gale.
Let's see, does he want to start using? Of course he does, it's time. Let's start with a legendary action to try to grab Ace.
Cease attacking my small baby.
35 to hit.
Actually.
Or 28, rather. Possibly, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, why does he
Yeah,
have
I can't.
disadvantage?
Because of the protection for good and evil.
Oh shit, you're right. Alright, 28 to hit. I think still hits.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that.
Alright, 18 points of slashing, and you feel claws dig in at your sides. You're grappled and restrained. That will bring us to Gale's turn.
Hey, you're just in time, Gale.
Hey! If you're not just watching, I
I
know
was just
you...
about to take a really suboptimal turn for you.
Go for it.
Alright, cool.
Our good friend Gale,
Could
for the
Gale,
viewers at home, is dying of coronavirus.
Can Gale see the beastie if he like steps around this corner to like look under Flick's big old dragon legs?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of cover from firing through Flick, but he can at least see it well enough to take a shot.
He doesn't like cover. Oh wait, he's a sharpshooter, isn't he?
Ace is.
Is that true of Gale?
I don't think Gale is.
No, Gale isn't.
I'm thinking gunner. Well, hail. If he well, he can't like move. He had like army crawl out here. He's got no legs. All right, he's just got to shoot from underneath Flick's legs.
Hold your action for when Mr. White moves.
That's some bullshit. I'm just gonna fire.
Oh, okay.
Is Mr. White even gonna...
Gale is never going to rely on a dragon.
That's valid.
Or pack
Oh.
tactics.
29,
Nice.
even through cover, does hit.
All right, cool. And then he'll throw on a little action for Moat. This shit.
Good call, good
Nice.
call.
Oh, beautiful.
Second
Thank you.
shot. That's not as good. A 26 though.
26 minus 2, 24 does hit for 14 points.
Hot, beautiful action. Okay, that's his action. Is the arcane heal thing a bonus action, or is it just like a smite?
Double checking, I think it's just like a smite.
And is it once per turn, or is it like every attack?
Classes, artificer, battlesmith. Arcane jolt. Whenever you hit, it's a resource. It's int per long.
Oh, okay. I should stop spending all of these on every
I
attack.
mean, you guys are fighting a fucking god. Do what you got to do.
Yeah,
but it
he's
is not limited to once per turn.
Okay, that's his action then. I don't think Gale has any good bonus actions. He's probably just gonna army crawl his way back into cover since he can't walk. That's it for him.
Alright, excellent. At the end of Gale's turn, it is now time for the first mythic action.
Mythic?
Sure is.
You put that word back in your mouth right now.
I
put
won't.
that word directly
I
back in your
found
mouth.
it. I found it in the bestiary, and now it's on the battlefield.
I love mythic actions, for the record. I'm so excited.
Ace, as you feel the claws dig in, you see this avatar of Corlin gets lower and lower, presses its face up against yours. These 8 kind of spider-like beady black eyes that don't belong on a crow's head peer deep, deep into you.
She's trying to kiss me? That's kind of weird.
You hear nothing. You can only see through your one good natural eye. The other is blurred from Nomad's perspective. You can hear telepathically in your mind, I will unmake you just as you have tried to unmake me. Betrayer! And he starts screaming. I need a charisma saving throw.
You have to be aligned with someone to betray them, technically. Charisma?
Charisma.
You keep throwing these at me. I'm so bad at them.
I'm so happy to hear that. The DC is 25.
Well, I literally can't make that even.
So
I have
close.
it's 20. It's 20 right now, but a D4 won't even get it that high.
Delightful.
Is this a charm effect?
It is not a charm effect.
Is it a possession?
It is not a possession. It is a teleportation. It's a conjuration
no.
effect.
Oh no. My least favorite effect.
Is it?
Yeah. I assume he's whisking Ace off to somewhere the fuck else to murder him.
The rest of you watch as the Avatar's jaws split open. It swallows Ace whole, and in a flash of light, disappears along with Ace, leaving behind two of its aspects. But only two of its aspects.
That seems like a massive problem, though.
Everything's fine. I have a plan.
Now it's
I'm
Vasu's
so
turn.
glad to hear that.
Vasu, at the start of your turn, I need a wisdom saving throw against the spiritual guardians.
Are they still there, despite the fact that the
They
Avatar
are. They do appear to linger.
I hate
not-
it.
That is a successful save. You only take half of 18 necrotic, so 9 points necrotic.
Okay, 9 necrotic. I'm gonna dash. Is this guy outside?
He is inside. He's right behind Moat, so he's like...
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna dash up on him, which gives me advantage on this.
18, no good, unfortunately.
Oh no. How about a 19?
19, also just short as this Kenku just ducks both of the blows.
That's really dumb.
Moving almost like liquid, like this ultra-fast celestial ooze of just feathers that reforms into a form when it's convenient for it.
I'm gonna do a flurry. Aha!
31 will do it. The impact lands 18 points of magic piercing and fire.
On the last attack with the light.
33 does follow through for another 17 points of lightning.
Cool. Yeah, I can't really like interpose between myself and Moat, so I'm hoping I'll just draw its aggro. Because he's looking kind of hurt.
All
That's
righty. At the end of your turn, let's do some legendary. We got a pretty good spread there. I think Vasu's going to have cover, unfortunately. Well, maybe. Hang on. What's this line look like? Can I draw corner to corner?
Yeah. Can you flurry with your weapons? Because flurries are usually just unarmed attacks.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's
true.
right.
Yeah. They're still magical for the... Like, we'll just
Yeah.
take off whatever the weapon damage is. So that would be 2, so 7 off of that one, and 4 off of that one. Good catch, though. Whoop, I accidentally healed you instead of the Manster.
No, keep it.
There we go. Alright, legendary action at the end of your turn. The Flying Kobold is going to unleash a breath of lightning that hits Mr. White, Nomad, Moat, and Vasu with +5 cover.
Oh boy. Lightning, you say?
Lightning.
Sounds so bad. You say Dex?
Yep.
Let's do Dex. This already has +5. 10. This already has a +5 to it.
Ooh.
Oh my god, 1 off with Unity.
Oh no.
Oh.
On a failure, 19 points of lightning damage. Save for half will give you 9 instead. And that brings us to Nordo's turn.
Okay. Wait, so there's just no sign of Ace or thing 3, huh?
Correct.
I have a plan. It's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, but I am worried about it. Oh, so I'm in Spirit Guardian's Wisdom save.
Yes.
Spirit Guardians moves with its target?
Normally, yes.
Apparently
This
not
time,
this one.
not this time.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got a D4.
In fairness, it's better off over
Oh,
there than in this cluster.
It sure is.
I cannot believe the crabs have lasted this long.
right.
Only if it works across planes, which I can't remember if it does. I don't think Rory's does.
Yeah, Rory's not across planes. But I can see where he sees. He can-
Is my movement? I also have a
I see.
feather in me. Does that do anything right now?
You have what on you?
A feather.
Oh, it sure does. At the start of your turn, you take 14 points of necrotic. You can feel it continuing to eat away at your flesh.
Cool. That seems fine. My movement speed is halved for my whole turn, or just till I get out of Spirit Guardians?
While you were in Spirit Guardians.
Okay, so we'll go 10, 20, 25. To get right there, I will scoop up those Crustateers in one of my arms. Probably just tuck them into the armband or something. Garsh. How tall is this building?
I believe I said it was 20 up, 30 down, so 50 total from the bottom of the pit to the ceiling.
So, like, if I walk out this door to get onto the roof,
20 feet up to get onto the roof.
okay. So hold on, let me do some math. 20. Oh sure, fuck it. I will go ahead and do a bonus action Step of the Wind, spend a key point as I scoop up the Crustateers. Step out the store and do some monk shit. Just run straight up the wall and onto the roof. And then run across the roof, leap off of it,
Huh?
and come flying down to slam on this fella right here.
Monk shit. Alright, I love it.
Dope long shit.
That's my bonus action and movement. Attack. Do I need to do anything different about this attack by virtue of jumping off of a roof to do it, or is this just an attack?
Cool monk shit. I guess give me like a pretty easy acrobatics check. You're fine. You're able to just kind of leap down and make the attack with no problems.
Okay, cool.
I think even on a failure, you would have been immune to the fall damage, so you're good.
Correct.
28 does catch this flying kobold off guard. You tear down the length of one of its wings. 17 points of magical slashing.
Alright, cool. Second attack.
Uh, 32 good for another 16 points.
Cool. 19, I presume, misses.
It sure does.
Still stacking these bleeds, even though I know he's immune to it. Oh, 2 strength saves.
First one good. Second one, I think, also.
Yeah, still
also
good. DC 17.
Cool.
Okay, cool. That is my action, my bonus action, and my movement. That is my turn, and as I finish swinging, actually, I assume this happens well before I finish swinging. I assume that as I reach the edge of the roof, I jump off, and me and the Crustateers all come flying down together.
Hell yeah, I love it.
The Crustateers will do their attacks. Let me find them in here.
I actually don't know if they have a sheet. I think it's.
Yeah, I'm just looking for their items card.
Gotcha.
I found it right here.
Cool.
They're a swarm, so they will share the space with this avatar. They will make 6 cribbier attacks. Crabbier.
Crave beers. Crap. Beer.
I believe all of those miss.
They do all miss, unfortunately.
Well, they try their very best.
They sure do. And they showed up just after the breath, too, so they might even survive for a while.
Here's hoping. That's it for me. That's it for the Crustateers.
Alright, at the end of your turn is legendary action Ace within this swirling demiplane of darkness, of pain, of screaming, and of feathers. The avatar is going to take a legendary to fling a feather at you. Oh, yeah, it will. That's fine. That makes a lot of sense. It'll do it. This will have disadvantage, which is canceled out by being restrained.
Yeah.
21?
Yeah, I have no reaction, so I can't do anything about that.
Alright. 27 points of piercing and necrotic as a feather digs into your chest, and you can feel it dissolving away, creeping in towards your vital organs. That brings us to Mr. White, who thankfully narrowly avoided confusion. What would you guys like him to do?
I think he's just got
Can he jab his face right in this corner and just breathe on it?
Yeah, he could finagle himself in such a way to, like,
Just breathe on that.
just
Just
breathe on it, yeah.
point blank. Just
Yeah, like he
breathe on it.
almost fills the room. He could do it from the top and avoid you guys.
I'll just like limbo under his hand.
Alright, here comes a breath. Where is it? Here it is.
Ancient white dragon. Woo, bruh.
Oh boy. Alright. We need it. 22 constitution. Good for half. Half 62,
Easy for him.
31.
But hey, that's good damage.
That is still some gross damage.
It's gonna be real nasty when he breathes on us on his turn.
I was curious if that might be the course of action. Delightful. Anything else for Mr. White? I think that was probably it. Oh, also, he, at the start of his turn, takes 20 from the feathers.
Jesus.
At the end of his turn, takes 17 from the feathers.
That's so many damages.
That'll bring us to Moat.
Yes, I also have a feather.
Excellent. At the start of your turn, 6 points of necrotic damage.
Boy, you said we aren't connected to Ace at all anymore?
Correct. The telepathic bond has broken. Nomad can see just the swirling chaos, and also, still, the avatar of Cor Lin kind of fighting one-on-one in this demi-plane of chaos.
He's alone.
Just about nothing I can do about that.
Don't worry, he is actually my bonded weapon as a fighter. So I can use my bonus action to summon him to my hand.
Excellent.
That's only if we're on the same plane.
Nope. Maybe. I think you're right.
Do I do something reasonable or try something extra stupid?
Extra stupid.
It's your remote.
Yeah, I should take this feather out because it's going to kill me. Alright, I'm going to try something extra stupid. I go to reach for the feather and take it out, and then I look down and I see the symbol on my tabard and on my shield, and I put my hand down to the ground, close my eyes, and I say, I really need you now, we gotta get there. And I'm gonna try to cast a spell and hope that it does something it absolutely is not going to do.
Oh shit.
And I make a leap of faith and hope it takes me to Ace.
Unoccupied space that you can see within range.
That's not gonna work.
Active fear, radiant light. Boy. I like this stretch. Give me a d20. On a natural 20, I'll let Adra do some intervention.
You're far too generous.
I believe.
Nope.
Yeah, unfortunately, the spell just does not have the power to connect to whatever has been taken. It is not strong enough to make that jump. But with that said, you can still jump somewhere else if it is advantageous for you.
Hey, do I get 10 HP though?
I would say I'll just land right here and give everybody around me temp HP.
Alright. There is a wave of protection that kind of pops out from you as you teleport and reappear in place.
Well, that was stupid. That was never gonna work.
Technically, there was like a 5% chance.
I didn't even make up the health I lost from the feather. I should have just pulled it out. And then I'll square up against this Kenku next to me.
Alright, excellent. That brings us to Ace. First things first, you have a feather in you. You take 12 points of necrotic damage. You are restrained and alone with this thing. You are deaf. You can still see hazy images, which is probably contributing to the chaos of what's happening through Nomad's one good eye. What would you like to do?
I'm going to grip my bow, and then it's going to turn back into liquid and cover my entire body, and I'm going to shape change into an ancient brass dragon.
God damn it.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Damn it. Oh my god. Yep, I got nothing for this. You immediately break out of the grapple, because how could it maintain that grapple? Form begins to grow, and although you take on the form of this ancient brass
Biggest
dragon,
days.
you kind of looking down at your new form, feeling the sinews of your new muscles kind of ripple out from your shoulders. You feel spines and bones emerge from between your shoulder blades where wings form, ridges down the back of your neck. And as you glance down through the chaos at the now much smaller avatar of Corlin and at your own forearms, you can see that the scales are not brass, but this sickly metallic blood red.
Cool. What is around me? Like, you described like just nothingness, right?
Yeah, it is a swirling demiplane of chaos and energy and nothingness. There is this like a tornado of black crow feathers that pelt you like you're in a car wash. There's howling wind that you can't hear because you're currently deaf. Wisps and shadows that don't make any sense. Mostly the illuminating golden light of the avatar of Corlin right in front of you.
All right. I'm just going to be like, peace, and then I'm going to bonus action disengage because I still have all of my class traits, and then I'm going to fly with 60 feet? I forget how far. 80 feet. And just kind of put some distance in between us.
All right, excellent. I love it. You do find that as you begin to fly, this demiplane is homogeneous. It is just this ubiquitous blanket of gnashing feathers. You are in pain. They are hurting you for sure. But there's no attack of opportunity, and as you look behind, you can see that you kind of lose Corlin for the moment in this demiplane of chaos. Anything else?
That was action, bonus action, and movement, so that's all I got for now.
All right, at the start of Corlin's turn. Let's see, how the fuck does this work? Start of the episode, banish us. Delightful.
Doesn't take any of that damage. I cry.
It takes none of that necrotic damage because it's totally immune. At the start of its turn, in a burst of swirling black crow's feathers, basically right in front of you, Nomad and Nordo, in the front steps of this thing, this aspect and this aspect disappear. The real aspect reappears.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
I know that technically they're both the same entity, or they're all the same entity, so they're probably only taking like collectively the 9 fire and the 5 lightning, but because of the way that those lightning strikes work,
Yeah.
where were those 2 avatars at before they?
I think it was 15 feet. What's the distance on it?
It's 10.
Yeah, they were a little bit too far for that. It was either 15 or 20. It was definitely not 10.
Damn it.
That would have worked though. I guess you would find out eventually. It still takes 14 points from all that. The avatar reappears in a burst of feathers, and you also watch as this blood-red dragon suddenly crashes into the ground. Ace, as you are shunted back into the real world, you do take 58 points of necrotic damage.
58?
58 points necrotic damage.
Is the dragon wearing a little hat with a card in it?
I can
That's
keep
up
all
to
my...
Ace.
I agree, established.
Probably. You probably see his tiny little hat on him. I can keep whatever clothes I want outside of my change shape. So I probably have that. I also have my monocle on. So you just see like a little hat and monocle.
Excellent.
There's no way I can have that damage or anything, can I? Not with like...
No, it is basically the delayed effects of the save that you already failed earlier. And then I think it's time to tear everybody a new asshole. Yeah, I barely even have to move.
You give me one unit.
I don't think I have to. I think I can basically just step over here. Yeah.
Crabs. I'll take a text.
That's true. The crabs can take an attack of opportunity if they want.
Do they each
Oh,
get
do
one?
They each get
Or
one.
they attack once as a swarm?
They each get one attack. Since they don't get the extra attack, that means you do need to nat 20 all three of
Shit, I
these
was
to
just
trigger
joking,
it.
but if
I'm not
they
going to turn
really-
down an opportunity for 3 consecutive natural
Aw.
20s. And also they're about to die, so you know.
that was the last ditch.
Oh, actually, a couple more of you are going to get this too because it's a cone. I didn't realize. No, actually, that's fine. We'll just leave Ace out. It's not worth it. The Avatar is going to look towards Nomad, Moat, Vasu, Flick, Nordo, and Los Tres Crustatiers. It lets out this horrifying shriek, and as it does, you begin to hear this kind of burbling, hacking, coughing noise like a cat with a hairball. And then there is a torrent of these feathers that just begins to pour out like a cone. I need dexterity saving throws from all of you. Flick gets a +5, Vasu gets a +2 from cover.
Has to be a dex.
Does have to be a dex. And this one's going to be the nasty boy.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh my
time
god.
insult that.
Whew.
You were looking for a 27. If you succeed, you take 11 points of necrotic damage and no other ill effects.
I don't take shit.
27, I fail.
On a
Oh, wait.
failure, you take 22 points of necrotic damage.
No, I succeed.
Damn.
Oh,
yeah.
damn it. 26. Oh, I got moat. Oh, thank God. I didn't need the D4.
Oh my god. The Crustatiers, I think, just die.
Yeah, they're just frozen.
So I just want to
Yeah.
say something.
Farewell, dear friends.
Yeah, what's up?
If
I'll
I
be
would
back real
not
quick. Sorry.
have,
Ciao,
I
bro.
like just made my saving throw to keep my shape change after taking that
Ooh.
damage.
Nice. Did anyone fail that? I think everybody made it, and I've never
I
been so upset.
failed it.
Oh, thank God. The Paladin Maedra is about to get his comeuppance for shitting on weaker, lesser gods. How dare you? How dare you presume yourself to be better than I? Is what it says in its
God
voice.
fight.
I
In my head,
need...
I can't hear.
True. I need you to roll a d4. Lower is better for you.
Yeah.
Delightful. As this torrent of feathers sails past of you, many of you are able to do these just truly unbelievable flips and ducks and dodges using magic and using the power of Moat's protective aura to avoid many of them. But as you look back, you do see that Moat has one embedded basically directly above his heart and another one into the right side of his thigh. 2 feathers for Moat continuing to eat away at him.
So 3 total,
3
right?
total, yeah.
Excellent.
This is going to get gross fast. How exciting. That is, unfortunately, its entire turn, which brings us to Nomad.
I think I have a feather in me from a weird AoE dex thing.
Right.
Right.
Excellent. Which
Yeah.
means at the start of your turn, you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Ow. Finally, I'm halved.
How dare you talk me like that?
I go down here. I take a step back. He's gonna trigger attack of opportunity.
I'll take it for sure. What? What? All
Oh,
right.
dang.
Yeah. There's
just
this
looked at him
seething
in the eye.
fury looking towards Moat at all of this. It seems to just like not even care that you escape.
Then you wouldn't have attacked me, wouldn't have you? Let's see. That's all he says. Gonna heal Moat,
No, stop.
my sweet friend, Paladin of Aedra. This is what we do, what we fragile creatures do. We help each other. This is a 5th level psychic surgery. $63?
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
Stop it.
That's me.
All right, at the end of your turn, it is time for Mythic.
God
I
bless you.
don't have anybody grappled yet. I tried to. Let's try to grapple. Nordo's the only one in range. Let's go. Here we go. 27 to hit.
He just went to AFK.
Oh, yep. Gotcha. I don't think he can block 27, but if he can, we'll retcon it later. But for the time being, he'll take 24 points of slashing damage. And he is grappled and restrained.
Halved because he's raging?
don't-
Correct.
I think he's raging.
He is.
He started
Cast
raging.
spell.
I think
Oh,
he,
did
the
he just-
one spell he did cast, he undid.
Gotcha. Oh, there's a fucking angry icon. Is that it?
I'm pretty sure
That
that's
might
it,
be
yeah.
it.
Hypothetically
cool.
speaking, if the damage from that attack were to be reduced to 0, would he not be grappled?
Rules is written, no, but I like it. If you can reduce
Okay.
it all the way, I'll allow it.
It also just kind of works with the flavor of the thing that I'm using, because
Yeah.
it's like earthbending a thing in front of the attack.
I will say, before you can... Oh, you got it anyway. Just kidding. Fuck me, I guess.
Hey.
Yeah, I was going to remind you that like resistance and blocks happen before his halving, but 26 beats 24. You totally
Yeah, I mean,
blocked
I
the
was-
attack.
I mean, it's a D10 plus my monk level, so I think I had it.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking sick. This wall of earth protects Nordo. You see that he begins to reach out with these same claws that just whisked Aced away into this plane of chaos, and you spared Nordo that same fate. And that brings us to Gale's turn.
Oh, I have clearly not updated that in a while. It says my monk level is 11.
Oh, jeez. What would you guys like Gale to do?
Bang 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 bang.
Yeah, shoot him a few times.
Alright. Hobble. We never really worked out the exact rules for only having one. I'm going to assume that he moves, his speed is
Hopping.
halved, and if he dashes, he has to like do a dexterity check or something. I don't think he has line of sight.
He's doing a hoppity hop hop. What spells does he have? Maybe.
Corner to corner, he would be able to take a shot. He's gonna have +5 cover if that's what you guys
Yeah.
wanted to do.
At the wing. Go. Might as well.
All right, he'll try to clip his wings. +5 cover here.
Advantage.
It does have advantage because attack tactics.
$27?
27 minus 5, 22 is a miss.
22. Yes, a D4.
True. Let me add a d4 to that first. 30 and 30, both minus 5 is 25. Those both hit for 25 points piercing damage total.
Nice.
Alright, excellent. That brings us to another legendary action.
All right. After doing some calculations, I am short a few points, so I would not have kept concentration on shape change. So it is broken. I rolled a 6, and even though I got to add 21 to it, it's not enough to. It's not half the damage. So
Damn.
Love the sound of that.
Including a D4.
I rolled a d4. I rolled a 2. I needed 2 more points.
And a +5 from me.
I got +5, +13 from being a dragon, +2. Unless someone would have reduced the damage.
Oh
then I
wait,
can
you're
do
a
about it.
brass dragon? You have legendary resistance. Add the D6.
You don't get legendary resistance for
You
being
sure
shape
do.
changed. Not for
No,
shape
you do.
change.
You do. It's not a legendary action.
Chip change.
Check Sage Advice. I learned to cheat the game.
You can't use legendary actions or lair actions. It doesn't say you can't use
Oh,
legendary
cool.
resistances.
Never-
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Then I will legendary. Oh, good.
You have,
I
like-
was like going through every single spell I had and being like, what can I do to fix this? All right. Never mind. Rah.
Alright. Excellent.
I got you, fam.
Let's say.
So the rework here is you just add a D6 to your rolls, right?
Correct, yep.
Instead of like automatically saving.
Yeah, and you
so
get,
how many would you need?
And
you have 3 of them.
Every turn.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll that d6 to see how many it takes to get you to a save.
I think he
I'm
died.
sorry, what? Oh, me.
Yeah, just because the way that we do legendaries resistance is
Yeah.
different. You're
I would
good.
just do one.
Cool. Just takes one to get you there.
Is that enough?
Perfect.
Sweet.
All right. Legendary action is going to fling a feather at Nomad. This will be disadvantage because he has a friendly next to him. 38, I think, still hits for 25 points.
Yeah, there's.
Piercing, necrotic, and another feather.
Ow, that's 2 feathers. How many? 25?
25 total, piercing and necrotic. The strain of these souls within you now competing against the literal physical destruction of your body. You can feel yourself beginning to slip. Vasu. Next act.
Oh boy. Vasu's just gonna do what Vasu do. Gonna charge up on him. Makes this spear attack at advantage. 24.
24 does hit for 24 points piercing and fire.
Another 8 fire on top of that. And then, you know what? I'm gonna do my bonus action before I take my second attack. Maybe. Let me read through this again. Is it on the ground?
It is, yep.
Cool. Give me a dex save.
Ooh, I don't.
Oh wait, actually, never mind. There's too many. I thought I could choose where the location or where the earthquake comes from, but it centers for me, and that would knock down like everybody else
gotcha,
too.
yep.
So I'm not gonna do that. Let's just do another flurry. So I'm gonna do my second weapon attack with the Irumi for 24. Cool, it hits.
24 is good for 17.
And then since I used a key point to flurry, I get to make at least one of those bonus action weapon or attacks with my weapon, I think is how that works, right?
Something like that. I need to double check,
Yeah.
but that sounds right with the weird Tasha stuff.
Yeah, it's like if you use a key point as part of your main action, which I guess isn't because the bonus action is just doing the key point to make a flurry. So here's 2 unarmed strikes. It's fine. Pow pow.
26 good, 19 no good unless you have advantage from something.
Nah.
Alright, 3 of the hits do land back to back. And you can see that this golden light is beginning to kind of drip and trail off of this thing as its form
Kick his
finally begins
ass,
to
Vasu.
waver.
I'm trying.
Do you have any effects from the avatar state you're in? What do they do?
They give me some cool resistances, some more movement speed, and things I can do for free as bonus action, which is what I was going to do, like that earthquake to knock him prone thing, but
Gotcha.
it's a 15-foot radius from me, so I didn't want to knock everybody else
Yeah,
prone,
his
too.
deck save is also pro.
Yeah, I put it on
Pretty
before
good.
the fight, thinking it would be really nice, but I think I have a very slim chance of making this guy actually fail on any of the DCs for
It's
it.
cool
Seems
for the
pretty
mental
nimble.
image.
Alright, that brings us to Norda, who I think is still dealing with the chitlins.
Like, if there's going to be any fight where I'm popping off my avatar form, it's got to be this one, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
everybody's doing avatar forms. Mine's just, like, different.
Yeah.
I'm not a
he's
real godly avatar.
Dealing with children, do you think take a few attacks? For now?
We'll come back to his turn if he gets back before the avatar.
Sure.
Otherwise, I'll let you guys decide what he does. In the meantime, though, somebody roll a d6 to see if White gets his breath back. First person to do it. Alright, what would you guys like him to do?
How did he get in there?
We shrunk him with a gun.
That's right, yeah, use the gun to shrink him. Actually, that's why he was so small.
Yeah.
I guess
Speaking of which, I think the gun has now clattered on the ground where the crabs were.
he should probably come out here, join this, fight.
Would you like for him to, literally start trying to burst through the walls?
That's a good point.
Can he reach
He can
a
attack
claw
with,
out and snap?
Yeah, he's within range that he could try to just, reach with his claws.
or his tail,
Do it
depending.
cover. Does have a tail attack in the stat block, but usually it's just a
Yeah,
legendary action.
he only gets one if he does it, though.
Okay, Quillen's got two more stacks of fire, one more lightning.
Noted. Excellent.
kind of like when Tom reaches into the mouse hole, bap at Corlin, even though he has resistance to these attacks.
Excellent. He will give it a shot. Here comes 2 claws. I think those both miss
Probably
anyway.
misses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
He has one.
He will
Back.
back up. Actually, we'll throw a D4. Actually, you're right. He does not have that unity. I forgot. Everybody except him has it. So that brings us to Moat's turn.
Oh boy. Am I still connected to him telepathically?
You are, and also, before I forget, how many feathers do you have total?
Shit, how many
I have
feathers?
3.
3?
At the start of your turn, you take 36 points of necrotic damage.
It's terrible. I just healed that.
Yeah, you did. Well, shit. Okay, I'm going to start walking towards him. Actually, hold on, let me measure this out.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to come all the way out right next to him. And as I'm running up to him, he hears back in his head after he just, was talking to me. Do you want to know a secret? She only kept you alive so a real god could exist somewhere else. I'm just here to put a deranged, sick, caged animal down.
Oh my
And I'm
god.
going to take some attacks.
Fuck yes. Fuck him up.
Oh, that's
no!
Oh!
How about number 2 then?
Oh,
Okay.
that's better.
Yeah, that
number
is-
2 does land. 28 points slashing and fire. As the first swing comes up, it just reaches up with one of its taloned claws and literally grabs the blade, holds it just a few inches shy of itself, but then you muscle through and slam in for the second attack.
And then here's a smite.
Oh my
And
god, good damage.
an
Oh.
extra 10 mantle damage on top of all that.
Alright.
Moat.
And then hold on, I've got to do some thinking.
Don't hurt yourself, Moat.
I believe in you.
Is Vasu flying right now? Actually, better question. How tall is this avatar?
The avatar is at least like a good 20 feet tall. It's very big. I'll say, yeah, we'll go with 20. I said 20. That counts.
I'm going to try to Misty Step onto its head.
Fucking sick. Love it. Go ahead and give me your choice of athletics or acrobatics.
Cool.
God damn it. Yeah, with a Misty Step, you were able to just
Just meant
fling
to
yourself back onto its back between the shoulder blades. It is in a position where it would have a very difficult time biting or slashing you.
That's
Can he have
bonus
inspiration
movement
for this?
and action. I should be good.
Alright, excellent. That'll bring us to Ace.
Yeah!
Oh, I should see if I keep protection. Yep, we're good.
It just kind of snarls and then kind of like gets low to the ground, and then lets out a giant fire breath on Corlin. She needs to make a dexterity saving throw. I'm gonna aim it so it doesn't hit my friend. I'm gonna put my mouth real close to her so it doesn't hit Mo, since he's on her head. You said she's 20 feet tall.
Yeah, no, that's reasonable. I think, yeah. No, that's reasonable. She's big enough that you could hit her without necessarily hitting Mo. Alright, let's do it. Let's see it. Makes a save,
Yeah.
30 points of fire. That is still a bunch.
30 still good.
So how much damage do I take for the feather that's inside me?
Oh, is it just the one feather?
Just the one feather.
12 points of necrotic. More importantly,
Boo-hoo.
concentration save. Oh, right. Speaking of feathers, at
It's
the
concentration save of I have plus 13.
Oh, then I don't think you can.
Because
fail.
I'm a dragon.
Correct. But before I forget, at the end of Moat's
Yeah.
turn, you took another 33 necrotic points from the
Yep.
feathers.
I need to get those out of you.
Anything else on your turn, Ace?
Um,
Oh, he gets him at the start and the end of his
Start
turn?
and the end.
do I feel like I'm like in the way?
I lose protection from good and evil also.
That's
Delightful.
No!
I'm trying to think of like what I can even do as a bonus action.
I don't think dragons usually have.
They don't normally have
They
it.
don't, but I have all of my class features that you shape change.
True. If you have
Oh, damn. What do you have as a ranger?
Hunter's mark.
Do
The
you
only
add
thing
D6
I
from
can't
Hunter's
I
Mark to
can't
the
use
fireball?
concentration. It's concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you got? Oh, hey, Nordo, your turn.
Hello.
We'll jump back to
Sorry
your
Well,
about
well
that.
Ace is thinking about his bonus action.
I
Yeah. I'll
Do you have,
just.
like healing word?
I do not have healing. I don't have it. It's not a spell I don't think I can take.
Yeah, I don't think it's a ranger.
That's it. Then I just bonus action.
Growl.
Yeah.
All right.
Be spooky.
At the end of your turn, the feather continues to eat away 17 points of necrotic damage.
So, did it do something that made it look like it was affecting it at the beginning and the end?
The feathers seem to be rapidly turning your flesh to dust. Yeah, at the start and end of your turns. Also, what is your passive perception? In fact, Nordo would probably also notice this.
My passive perception is 30.
Yeah. Nordo and Ace, both of you were out here when it happened, and Nordo, you summoned them. Ace, you have crazy passive perception. You did notice that when the storm of feathers destroyed the three Crustiteers, their bodies turned completely to ash and then withered away into nothing.
wait. As in they were not whisked away.
But they're
according to the-
they're fucking gone forever.
Yeah, there was a flash of little radiant light as you watched
Okay.
each of them get kind of protossed off to safety at the
You
last.
can't scare me like that.
No, of course not.
She's
Adra,
unmaking us.
And perma kill our Crustiteers.
what I'm getting at though is this is not just hurting you; it is unmaking and destroying your bodies.
Yeah, you can't. You can do that to me. Just don't do it to the Crustiteers.
Okay.
So the last thing that I was here for is I succeeded on the saving throw against that feather breath. Did I take any damage or any other effects from succeeding on that?
There was one attack against you, and I've already taken the damage off. You are currently grappled and restrained by the Avatar, unless
great,
you had
great.
a
Did
way to
you-
block like a 30-something attack roll.
I don't, but did you remember to have all the damage for rage?
Yes, from rage, correct.
Cool. And then let's see.
Also,
that
I do-
free of-
See a feather on you? Do you have a feather in you?
I was feathered earlier. Yes.
At the start of your turn, you take 14 points necrotic.
Halved.
If you resist necrotic,
I do.
then yeah.
Yeah, he's a barbarian.
A barbarian.
What,
Okay, great.
What attack did it make on Nordo?
I'll
Grappling?
scroll back up, but it was like a 30-something. It was something real big.
Because there was that. The last one I see on him was
yeah,
the
you're
one
right.
that I blocked.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vasu blocked that. You took no damage and are not restrained because Vasu protected you with the Iron Tortoise Shell.
How delightful. Okay, cool.
Or,
Catching up.
or just a turn his action.
All right, so then it's my turn.
Yes.
Or taking my turn from earlier. All right, cool.
Yep.
Ace is out. He's a dragon. Everything seems to be as it was. I will make some attacks. Recklessly, of course. Actually, you know what? No, I gotta attack. Can worry about this feather after it's dead.
23 just hits, 20 points of magical slashing.
Cool. 19 misses, I assume.
Yep.
Which I guess is what just hits would mean. Strength save. Delightful.
It will definitely start burning some legendaries. It has had nothing to burn those on yet. 14, 18, I think, does it?
18 gets it there, yeah.
Cool.
Second attack.
33 is good. 16, 19 does not do the extra effect.
Another strength save.
Bump that up to 20 with the third.
20 will do it. Okay, that's my action. I will use my bonus action for a flurry.
Uh, 21 is a miss.
Final attack.
$29 is good. 13 points of magical bludgeoning.
Okay, that is it for my action. I'll go into section of my turn, and if it's not too late, I know Ace has already kind of started his turn, but can I use my reaction at the beginning of a new round of combat?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll a new initiative.
Yep.
Also, did you already use your D4 this turn? You could add it to your buy-it.
Oh, you know what? I didn't yet. Thank you.
That
By
does
the
turn
hit.
into a hit. Yeah.
Oh,
for 9
oh,
more.
it just makes it. Yeah, 23.
Okay, cool. And then my new initiative is.
Oh, that's really good. I don't like that.
Sweet.
Uh, 26 is my new initiative.
Oh, thank
Ball
God.
still after it.
Thank God.
Okay, cool. Carry on.
Alright, at the start of the Avatar's turn, first of all, let's find out if it gets the fun toy back. Oh, boy. Well, shit's about to get spooky. Yeah, there's no reason to not do this. This thing wants you dead. It has no reason to hold back. It is going to move, first of all, to try to get a cone that can hit all of you.
Okay.
Moves with it.
Does move with
Yep.
it. Oh, that's right!
It
shit.
moves within Vasu's range. Is that what you're saying?
True. That also happens.
Yeah.
It
A couple
also
of
takes-
things.
Yeah, a lot of things.
It takes 16 total damage. And I get whatever. That's like alacrity. We get that D4 from.
Unity gives you a D4.
A Unity.
Okay, and that's just like a D4 on pretty much like anything.
Once per turn,
once
it's
per
yep,
turn?
any attack to roll ability check saving throw.
Okay. I don't think I've used it like at all. And scrolling back up, it looks like any of those saves that I did, like my key thing to re-roll, wouldn't have been.
I mean, you
close
get
enough
it
to do the
every
D4.
turn anyway. So
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
But the main thing I'm asking is, can I retroactively throw the D4 on that unarmed strike on the last turn I did that was like a 19? Because that might make it a hit.
Yeah, that's fine. Go and throw it on there. You need a 4 to make it a 23, but
Yeah.
that'll get out.
Worth a
Good
shot.
luck.
Still a miss, unfortunately.
That's okay.
But now you can take an opportunity attack if you'd like.
And I'm fucking gonna, you know it. Ooh!
No!
that's what's up.
Hey, give me a con save. I gotta try, right? Oh, dang.
It's okay. She can't move anyways.
Still, though,
Yeah,
that is
that's what
32
matters.
points. And she cannot go get Ace in her sights, which is annoying.
I think, hang on. Once per turn when I deal damage with this scimitar. So like once per turn. That's like the whole
Yeah.
initiative, not just
No,
like...
that is individual turn, so this
Every
is a separate turn.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Not a round. This is a turn.
So here's another 2d6 lightning.
Gross.
No, 2d6 is already in there.
Oh, is it?
Look, 1d8 plus 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep.
That doesn't... Does that get doubled because of the crit, though?
Yeah.
It sure does. Yeah.
So here's 2d6.
It looks like it's already in there.
It
though.
already was.
Yeah, it's already
Oh, yeah,
built in there.
I'm stupid. Ignore me. I
It's
just
okay.
like to I like rolling numbers. It's exciting.
Numbers are exciting. I feel this in my heart.
They confuse me, but they excite me.
You do manage,
I
however,
feel
to
you.
stop the
I
Avatar in its
understand
tracks, preventing it from getting Ace in this breath. Moat, carefully and fortunately positioned directly behind its head so that it can't be, so that he can't be caught in this breath. It is going to breathe feathers at Vasu, Nordo, Nomad, and Flick. Flick has +5.
And it makes it so it can't leave my range, which is a bigger deal than you even know.
Really hate that.
I'm helping.
He doesn't know it yet, but that is a huge ass deal.
Technically, if he can succeed on like a DC 10 Arcana check, he does know it. It says it
True.
explicitly in the item.
Yeah. He knows something bad's happening. 14 points. Okay, I need a dexterity saving throw from Vasu, Nordo, Nomad, Mr. White.
Yucky.
Yeah.
I can't succeed that. You know what? Do I still have an inspiration? I'm going to use my inspiration on that.
If Mr. White could stop saving at literally everything on his worst save, that'd be awesome.
Oh wait, I can't use inspiration. I already had advantage. I'm just hosed.
I failed.
I can't do my D4 again. 'cause
You get a
it's
plus.
turn, right?
It's a 8. It's an 18. What's the save? Oh, that's a high. Never mind.
It's a very
okay.
high save.
You have this is
Yeah,
someone
you
else's
could
turn.
do
You have a
that.
D4.
D4. Yeah.
Even D4 is only.
D4 is an
D4 will
opportunity
get me
attack.
there.
Oh no,
No,
he
I-
didn't
I-
on the attack. Yeah, you're
That
right.
was on
something
the
else.
weapon attack I made
That's
last.
Even
Sure.
even a D4 wouldn't get it that high.
I'm talking
rolled
about
a-
Vasu.
Yeah, I rolled a 26.
Yeah, Vasu.
Oh,
will
for
get-
Vasu, yeah. Sorry, I was talking about Nordo.
Vasu's got
Also,
just
like-
like Mozora.
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
I
Okay,
failed.
I'm good.
No matter what.
All right. Vasu takes nothing because of evasion. Mr. White takes half because of his success. Nordo and Nomad with failures take 14 points of necrotic damage, and each of you needs to roll a d4. Lower is better.
Oh, praise be.
Lucky.
Good luck, Nomad.
Unfortunate.
That gives me 4 feathers.
Yeah. Moat and Nomad now are withering away before your eyes. Moat, at his current health pool, there's a very good chance that if he does not get immediate medical attention, if he hits 0, he's going to lose, if not his whole body, major body parts.
I can't die. Don't worry about it.
It's all good. He can't die.
That is his entire turn. Unfortunately, he can't move because of Vasu, which means it is Nordo's turn, and your effect goes off. Good luck.
It's an action to remove feathers?
Yeah, they look like you could use an action to pull some out, or you could even try attacking them if you want.
I don't have attacks.
Are you saying that if I would have breathed fire on all my friends, I could have just destroyed all the feathers?
Possibly. While he's AFK, I think it. Well, there's a lot of start of turn damage going on. If you want to, Nomad,
can just-
you can do it. Otherwise, I'm cool with waiting until he gets back, because the order might start to matter here soon.
Go ahead and give me that damage.
All right. For the time being, we'll cut ahead to Nomad's turn. You have 4 feathers. Good luck. 59 points of necrotic damage.
Good lord.
That would kill me, but I do have the ability to cut that down. I think I should.
Seems wise. If the
Yeah.
alternative is death.
The alternative is death. Let's see. Where are you? So, I get 59 temp HP.
34 tip HP.
Sorry,
turn.
59 is a damage. Let me 34 temp HP. Let me reduce that 59 by 34, taking 25 real.
I like that thought. I do think it says ask to target objects, but creatures.
Yeah, I think so.
What is a creature but a collection of objects?
True.
True.
Yeah. So, I have 0 mana now after trying to absorb all those feathers. Go ahead, Nordo, do your thing first. But I've survived, basically.
Well,
But I have until the end of my turn
yeah, you have till the end of your turn.
to remove these feathers. So, Nordo.
26 does hit. 53 points of fire is good. Cleaves and fire bursts out from the chest of this avatar. You can see that the energy dissipates. It bursts for a moment. It almost looks like the fight is over, but a couple of seconds later, it reassimilates. It manages to pull itself back together. This thing is on its last legs, but it is still standing. There are still feathers embedded into several of these party members. People are withering away. Nordo also takes this at the start of his turn. Cut in half. And this at the end of his turn. Cut in half. That brings us back to you, Nomad. The start of your turn has already happened. You have prevented your death. What do you do?
Right, I have an action. How many feathers can I remove with one action?
According to this, you can remove 1d4 feathers as an action.
Oh god. It's really the only thing I can do to survive. I have 0 mana. Okay. I'm gonna go move into cover. I can only move 10 feet. So I think it can go up to here?
Yep.
Or actually, is this a wall? These are walls, right?
They are walls, yep.
Oh yeah, these are walls, okay. I'm gonna use an action to try and remove 1d4 feathers.
Good luck.
If I remove only one, I'm fucking dead.
Can you add a d4 to it?
No, I will let you use things like inspiration if you want, even though it's not a d20 roll.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
not,
we'll see.
not the plus d4 from that.
Oh!
You
at
lucky
that.
son of a
Get outta
bitch. You absolutely
Probably
fabulous
like
piece
puts
of
a
shit.
hand to his head. Fuck you, feathers! Someone please save Moat!
As you
Get those
rip and
feathers
tear,
off of me, Vic!
you can see just literal craters in your flesh where rot has eaten away, where bone is missing, where you can see the effects of your heart beating underneath just a thin veneer of the organs and muscle mass between you and the still air around you. But for the time being, your heart does keep beating. You are holding on.
Oh, these souls are safe. Oh, that's my turn. I can't do anything else.
All right, what would you guys like Gale to do?
I mean, if he can do something
Shoot.
to help Moat.
You guys are
Yeah,
not listening to
if
me.
you
I
can help
cannot die.
Okay.
Does he have? He has Misty Step, right? That's a thing.
Yeah.
He can spend his own. I think it is reasonable to start panicking and doing crazy shit.
But if he uses Misty Step, does he have the ability to like heal him or do something about that?
He
Or
can
does
try to shoot the feathers off of him.
Yeah, he can.
It does sound like something that he would Gale would do. He'd be like,
He
it's
can
time
also
for them.
try.
He could get his Moat bullet out, and he's like, well, if it's either gonna kill him or it's gonna help him.
I'll leave it up to you. You guys decide what you want to do. That is a possibility if you want to spend his mana, but if you can come up with other clever things, I'm cool with it. But
Yeah.
we're in a tense
Either
enough
he
situation that you
Misty
guys should
Step
decide
and-
everything.
Yeah, so either he can Misty Step and try and shoot off the bullets, or Misty Step and try and shoot this thing dead.
Does it look like? Does it seem like if Corlin dies, that these feathers would dissipate, or does it seem like they will still linger?
That is going to be a very difficult Arcana or Religion check, either one.
Yeah. Would it be a full action to do that?
I'll let anybody
I'm
do
like-
it as just like a free knowledge check, but it's going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Nomad.
Sure, I'll do it. Fine. I have disadvantage because I'm screaming right now. But sure, what is it?
Arcana or Religion.
Arcana are in? Okay. For this, it makes sense to be religion. But I am Nomad, so I'll do Arcana. Whichever makes more sense. They're both the same roll anyway, 31-31. Even with disadvantage.
From an Arcana perspective, this doesn't seem to be an effect that it is concentrating on, which makes you think it probably just has a fixed duration and it keeps going for as long as that duration lasts.
I think
You
even
gotta shoot 'em
after
off.
death, the feathers will remain.
I guess yeah. Let's just have a Misty Step and start shooting them off.
All
Shooting
right.
things is kind of Gale's whole thing.
Gale casts a Misty Step to get to the doorway. I assume lands and has to almost catch himself on the door. Lines up and is going to try to take 2 crack shots at Moat's feathers.
He has advantage because pack tactic.
Yeah, sure. I'm into
Cool.
it. Somebody else is very welcome to make the roll. If it hits, it destroys it, I think. I don't think they I don't think he can do low enough damage to not destroy it.
And he can get up to 2. I don't know how many feathers are inside Moat.
Moat has
Got
3
three.
feathers in him currently. So somebody give me
Yeah.
1d20 plus 14.
Are they not? Sorry, this is kind of way backtracking. Are they not burning up from my mantle?
Oh!
Yeah, I feel.
How does
they would
that
be.
work? They might be.
Anything that touches me takes the fire damage.
Paladin. No, sorry, Sorcerer.
That's sorcerer.
Sorcerer. Phoenix.
I've got it right here.
Theory, they've been taking it every turn.
I pulled the creature bullshit on Vasu. I think it is only fair to pull it here.
Totally fair.
Yep. But we'll see what Gale can do.
This thing can't kill me anyway.
Why you gotta jinx it like that? If he doesn't roll a nat 1, he hits. So some first 2 people to give me a d20. See if he can shoot 2 of those off.
Disadvantage anyway.
Oh, that's a very
It's
good
the first hit.
There we go. 2 feathers blown off as shots ring past Moat. Probably kind of whiz past Ace as well, leaving just 1 sunken in right over Moat's heart.
Can he also arcane? Yeah, can he also arcane heal?
Probably, yeah. Let me see how many of these got left. He's got 1 left, and he will use it.
Yeah, it seems.
Seems fair.
So there is 1 Arcane Jolt for 8 points of healing on Moat. That's his bonus action, movement, and action. That brings us to a legendary action.
Oh no!
Oh, can Gale?
Gale would probably
to
crawl
cover.
out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah,
He still has all his movement.
That's true. That seems completely reasonable.
He can like crawl.
Probably have.
All right, perfect.
Come,
Boy. Yeah, why would he go easy? Let's fucking go. He has saved up 3 mythic points. Let's use Mythic Godstorm.
Mythic God.
Good luck, everybody.
Storm.
In this state of fury, of unbridled energy, of near complete destruction, Avatar lets out one last shriek that is cut short and erupts into a spark and a crack of thunder. Lightning pours out in all directions in a 60-foot radius centered on the Avatar. Gale has full cover. Nomad has full
I'm behind the
cover.
wall.
Yeah. Mr. White has +5. Everybody else just needs a straight dexterity saving throw against 40 points of lightning damage.
Damn. D4 mode?
I make it with Shield Master.
Damn it!
Oh shit.
It is
Yes.
a save and a half. 20
Shield
points
Master makes it
off
0.
Oh god damn, Shield Master, son of a bitch.
ooh, +6, 24, +5. So yeah, I'm 29. I'm good. And I'm still broke, so I take no damage as a giant dragon.
That is fucking crazy.
I just do like if you guys seen Fairly Odd Parents, the flipsy, just like the dog just like bark, bark, and just does a flip. That's just what Ace does. A really
Yeah.
bad just back flip.
Mr. White actually failed something.
He did.
Are you
Mr.
happy?
White takes a big old chunk of lightning damage back there, but he still looks okay.
What about Nordo?
Oh right, Nordo's AFK.
He has advantage, and I think he has evasion.
He also has evasion.
He does have evasion.
He has advantage,
Oh wait.
Advantage,
he's a barbarian,
evasion, plus
and he's
5.
resisted, if ever.
Here's the advantage. 25.
Yeah, he's
he
fine.
Makes it. All right.
He's 30, man. It's fine. He's cool. He has no damage.
All right.
That
is the mythic
that was
action.
great.
That brings us to Vasu.
Oh boy. Alright. Is it like a full action to try to remove
Destroy
all these
it.
feathers?
For a full action, you can remove 1d4 feathers. Otherwise, you can try to just like attack each one.
you can attack one
Okay.
feather and then do the rest of the attacks on this guy if you want.
Yeah, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just propel myself 20 feet straight up in the air, or at least 20 feet, you know?
Sure.
And I'm doing my cloak dash. I'm gonna fly up, spread my wings real wide in a big phoenixy show, and then I'm gonna plunge straight back down on this guy with my spear for advantage.
All right. As you fly up with disadvantage, it will try to take an opportunity attack.
We're both gonna miss.
Ooh, 31.
Oh no.
As you try to use your cloak to
Ew.
fly up,
don't
reaching
grab-
through the wind. 31, I think, does hit for 26 points of
Is that-
slashing. and it does grab you and restrain you before you're able to get the advantage coming back
You
down.
son of a bitch. That's fine. And you've got me right where I wanted to be anyway. I resist that damage because of my avatar forms. It's only 13.
Sweet.
Damn it.
26.
26 lands, 16 points.
You are restrained.
True. 18 misses.
Oh no.
Also,
That's so gay.
were you planning on helping Mode out with his feather?
Yeah, I was.
I don't need it. We're fine.
But I really wanted to kill this guy.
Well, keep
Don't we
You-
all?
battling.
Ah. Bonus action, flurry. Kick.
24 hits, 13 is good.
Kick.
30 also good. 13 points of slashing, still
How-
just standing.
How many fire charges did he have before those 2 attacks hit?
3.
Okay, so he's up at 5. When the last kick lands, I imagine I'm like twisting around, these whatever kind of restraints this guy has. I'm gonna like land the one kick, and I imagine I like kind of catch my heel on his shoulder, and I'm gonna use that to like pull myself up, spin around, and just hit him with a mean roundhouse kick on the second one. And as that kick lands, I'm going to use my reaction and spend another key to end solar ignition on him and do 12d4 fire.
No!
Yeah!
Yeah! 12d4!
Boom!
Booyah! Is he dead?
There is a flash of light, energy dispersed in all directions, like before, but this time it doesn't gather. Instead, what you see left behind is this tiny, floating, glimmering, white crystal that gives off this faint yellow life right in the center of where this creature once stood. It is hissing, it is screaming, it is filled with anger. Tell me what you do with this crystal, Vasu, and how you destroy this creature.
Oh, jeez. Does like the last kick destroy it, or?
The last kick causes it to dissipate. You're essentially, you've got to finish him. Tell me how you finish him.
Okay. If we're kind of just like out of initiative, I'd imagine I'm like still kind of restrained. I'm like worn out. I'm panting. I'm just gonna like kick it over to Ace.
Oh, fucking sick.
This is his fight to finish.
Hell yeah. The energy form dissipates. It leaves behind something, Ace, that you recognize in your form as an extremely powerful soul. A soul that has grown so powerful that it takes on a literal physical form. Not terribly unlike Stillstone, but glimmering, golden, shimmering, and filled with anger. It screams at you. It fills your mind, even in your deafness, as your ears are ringing. You hear just seething words of hate, words of anger, words of confusion, words of blame. How could you? How could you betray me? I made you. How dare you do this to me? What do you do?
All right. So Ace like leans down and kind of touches his forehead to it, closes his eyes, and scoops it in his mouth, crushes it with his teeth, and swallows it.
Hell fucking yes. There is a ripple of energy that pulses across the surface of the planet, of this plane that you're on. Dust is kicked up, leaves are blown off of trees. All of you are blown back onto your backs, knocked prone from the sheer force of this energy being released. And Ace, as you chomp down, I need a Constitution saving throw in your... Actually, I guess it would be a... Well, we'll call it Con. That's more fun. Give me a Constitution saving throw in your dragon form.
Okay, I'm gonna roll and then I have to add some stuff to it.
Sure.
All right, and it should be plus 18,
17?
plus 18, so it's
Yes.
plus
Oh,
13,
yeah,
plus
18.
5, plus a
Plus a d4?
d4. So, 27.
As the ripple of energy pulses out, you feel it deep in your chest and your throat. And then you begin to feel just this horrible rending sensation from in by your gums and your jaws where you split this. And you kind of back up and almost cough up this ball of energy that has formed this swirling moat And you see that all at once, this tiny little mote of energy just splinters out. Cracks form in the air, in the ground, like reality is being splintered around you. And with your Constitution saving throw and with your current blessing, you see that souls begin to pull themselves free of this crack. With your perception, you can see glimpses into the plane, where the plane of chaos, his demiplane, his domain, where presumably he was keeping souls that he had a claim to, that are rapidly leaking out as that layer, as that domain, is being split and being sent back to this realm.
Can I capture them?
Possibly, but for reasons, we're still on initiative. There are still feathers at play. Mr. White is the next one up.
Mr. White uses an action to remove a feather on
Seems
himself?
incredibly reasonable.
D4 of
Does
them.
Gale have a...
Could he use his action to
Feather
like
himself?
bite it and then use another action to claw at the one at Moat?
Moat, I think, is too far
It's-
outside to reach.
Yeah,
He's
he
kind
Then the two on Nordo, but he
Oh,
gets 3
Gale.
attacks.
I'm fine.
He'll try that. That makes sense. He'll at least try to do the one on Nordo. Disadvantage because he's kind of actually not even disadvantage, just be cover. That hits even through cover. He scratches one off, and then you see that he kind of like a cat reaching under the bathroom door reaches out and just kind of swats at Nordo until one of the feathers is free off of Nordo. Here's the important one. Moat at the top of your turn.
You can't die.
12 points of necrotic
Oh,
damage.
He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He can take the feather off.
Oh boy.
Could have taken all three. I'm
Oh,
not
that
supposed to
got you
leave it.
really low. Oh,
Well,
There's
I
only
guess
one
I'll use
die.
my action
Roll that
to-
die.
Well, it can't be less than one.
I know, but we wanted to see if you could have done all 3.
let's see if it's all 4.
Oh,
Of course,
Oh,
it is worth mentioning, if he had all 3, he would have taken another 32
I was
points of
yeah.
damage.
yeah. Oh God.
Ah.
Ooh.
He does
So
not have
here's
that much health.
here's what the plan was. I was
Uh-huh.
gonna take all that damage, and then while I was up there on his head, I was gonna Phoenix Spark and finish him off with an explosion and come back up alive.
Oh, son of a... I forgot you had
Hell
that.
yeah.
That would be sick. Either way,
Hell yeah.
you were able to pull the last of these feathers free, and you do see... you can literally see the skin of your heart beating under your chest. It has melted through the plate mail that your father has built for you. Your flesh has been singed aside, and it has this ashy texture. You can almost see that it is trying to knit itself back together with this phoenix blood. But for a few seconds, you literally see your heart beating in your own chest. That brings us over to Ace.
I still have a feather in me.
Yep. It's top of your turn. 13 points necrotic.
Easy, easy.
Oh no, I only have 202 health.
I was going to say, I assume you take an action to remove it.
No, I'm instantly going to focus and I'm going to try to stop these souls from escaping.
Right. Excellent. Perfect. Give me a charisma check.
Do I have advantage? Because of
You
the
sure
boon?
do, because of the boon.
Plus a d4. Also plus 5, so... Is it check or save?
It is a check.
I mean, it's like the same thing. I'm not proficient.
16 is good. You begin to siphon these souls out.
20?
20 is even better. Even in their tiny little mote soul-like form, you see faces of anguish that are suddenly seeing a glimmer of hope. You see Kenku, you see kobolds, you see Kuatoa clawing themselves free from this hell that they have been trapped in, this merciless god, and you begin siphoning them where? Where do you put them?
For now, I'm just gonna probably hold. I don't know, does it feel like I can hold all of them like I did with the saucer?
With the 22, you can begin trying to juggle them and hold them, yes.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm gonna need to have hands to use the knife. So I can't put him in Nomad just yet.
Alright, excellent.
Does that take my action? Important.
Yes, I'll say that to maintain the juggle on these things is going to take an
To
action.
maintain, it's going to.
Right. Yeah. If at any turn you don't use your action to corral souls, they will start to kind of just go free or drift towards presumably
Okay.
the Elrond Mind.
Okay. Does anyone have the ability to just give me a free action?
Not right now. Not with 0
Because I need to give myself hands.
mana.
Alright. End of your turn. 16 points necrotic damage. The domain continues to rift asunder, and now those of you who are inside can see those same cracks beginning to form on the body of this giant raven at the bottom of the pit in the temple. Importantly, you can see that there is kind of an X-shaped splinter that begins to peel itself open at its chest, exposing what appears to be an enormous heart made of cosmological dust, darkness, starlight, twinkling energy, beating slowly, laboriously, and exposed.
Yes, if someone could get this a feather out of me while I'm doing this, that would be
Working on it.
fantastic.
Nordo, start of your turn.
Yeah, so I was
13 necrotic points.
cool. Did that also happen at the start of the turn that I was AFK just now? Did that already get done?
It did. We already got that taken care of.
Okay, excellent. Okay, and then I missed the mechanic here for getting rid of the feather. I can just pull it as an action.
Yep.
You can attack it, or you can pull it out.
Does anybody else have feathers left in them?
I do.
Pull out a d4 of them.
You're still a
Ace,
dragon, though, right?
Gale, and yeah,
Ace
but
is
he
still
needs to
dragon.
undragon.
Okay, then
He can get it out of me first before I
Yeah.
dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing fine on health, and I'm still resisting this. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna climb up onto the ace and yank the feather out of him.
Excellent. Give me a d4 to see how many feathers you get. And
He
like
only
you
has
could,
one, right?
you could potentially just use a secondary on your own. Yeah, with a 3, you're able to get your own and also Ace's.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, bro.
Sweet.
Yep, that's my action, and then I'll just sort of run down back inside.
Oh, Gale's is
Actually,
gone.
probably just in a panic. I'm gonna. Oh, I already used my action. Never mind. Yeah, I'll just kind of run over to Moat and sort of help him up to his feet, since he looks like he's withering away into nothing.
Yeah, his feather is gone.
Yeah.
So, which is good.
If
I
you
don't know
guys,
why it's still there. It's scaring me.
Okay, would have still moved.
I can do a big heal, guys, if after we take care of this.
Yeah.
Alright, Nomad.
Nomad makes his way out toward the rift. Where's the rift?
The rift is kind of right in front of Ace, where he destroyed the soul.
Yeah.
And then there's also cracks forming all over the body here inside the temple.
Yeah. He actually has to like dash to get there. The mental voice you get in your head is just kind of broken and stuttery, like you're losing connection in Bluetooth.
To the extent that we're like, I don't know if we're still really in like strict initiative order, but if to the extent that we're kind of loosey goosey, I'll like get one of Nomad's arms over my shoulder and like help him move around.
Yeah, we're in vague initiative. I think that the feathers are all gone, so we can kind of just do round by round instead of turn by turn. And that covers the first round of what everyone does. The rift is continuing to open. Corlin's domain is continuing to unravel, spilling souls here. Their natural intent is to be drawn over to the Elbrat Mind, and Ace is doing everything he can to prevent that. What would you guys
What do we
like
do?
to do?
Can someone grab the dagger off of me real quick? You like see just a tiny little dagger that's just on his back hip.
Yes, I will reach up and well,
I just need someone to pick it up for real quick so I can do a thing.
yeah, I'll grab it. I felt safe holding it earlier when I got it
All
away
right.
from you.
When I feel able to use an action, and that I don't know if I can just start shoving these. If I feel like I should start shoving these into Nomad, it's gonna be a really bad idea.
It's going to hurt him a lot, but
Does it seem like it'll kill him?
not immediately.
Like,
Yeah. Do we know what we're supposed to do?
I have an idea what I need. I guess give me a time frame. 'Cause I have an idea, but I need to know if it's gonna be like if I have like one round or if I have a few rounds.
You basically get the impression. Well, a bunch of you give me religion checks. Moat can do it with advantage because he's studied this thing, and one of you can also do it with advantage because you identified the knife.
Oh, here we go. Do it. 25.
Sorry, am I still deaf? Do I know that this conversation is happening?
Oh, that's
we have
we
Rory's.
have Rari's. So,
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Rari's is
but
still
yeah,
up.
Ace and Moat still deaf. With Corlin's avatar destroyed and his connection, his consciousness waning from his power, the domain that he controls is going to slip. The rift is going to be torn back open, and all of those souls are going to spill back into the astral, which will presumably come back here to the ethereal or to the ethereal border, where they would normally wander until they found another god that laid claim to them, or stay on the material plane and become ghosts. Because the Elbrat Minds are here, if you let them wander, they're going to get sucked over to the Elbrat Mind. if the Elbrat Mind fills up, they're going to get caught in the Crosswinds, and they're going to get torn into bits, and then presumably harvested by Ozymandias' spiders
Okay,
out
so
there.
the Elbart Mind will keep them from getting just sucked into the Crosswinds.
Correct. Ozymandias' spiders might intercept a few no matter what you do, unless you keep them all corralled by continuing to spend actions to corral them.
But then I can't use my action to actually do the ritual.
Correct. So you kind of have to, you're going to have to move quick, and there's probably going to be a little
All
bit
right.
of leakage.
So here's what's gonna happen.
Can I use my action to try and absorb the stragglers?
If you, how do I put this? Yes, if Ace is cooperating with you, you can open
Yeah,
yourself up
uh,
as a vessel.
I want to.
I'll hold them for him, basically.
I want to shove as many as I can in him, and then I'm going to next round use my action to do something.
All right. What I'll basically let you do is, Nomad, you can use your action to let Ace make a check to shove his souls into you for that round, freeing up his action.
Sure.
Okay, so go ahead and just make my check.
Yep, give me a charisma check.
I'm gonna add a D4 to that. 14.
14 is okay. The souls are beginning to... It's a dam breaking, and they are breaking
Cool.
rapidly. Some of
I'm
them
going to-
slip free. Some of them rush towards the distance.
I'm going to use my shape change as an ancient brass dragon to turn into a drow matron mother, and then I'm going to walk up and grab the dagger from Nordo. Since I'm not wearing it, it doesn't get absorbed into me.
Delightful. Let me double check.
I maintain all my mental stats and everything, but now I have hands.
Hands are very useful. I'm looking up the Drow Matron Mother. Humanoid. Okay, perfect.
Yep, just had to be a humanoid. All right, and then I'm going to rush over down here, and I'm going to start doing this ritual and get ready to stab the heart.
All right, you would...
Do I feel like I could probably get more of these souls inside this? Before I go do that, do I feel like I can get more souls from that rift and put them into Nomad? Or do I feel like...
You get the sense that you certainly could, but the longer that you sit there trying to corral souls, the faster they're going to come, the more that are going to slip out, and you're going to... It's a losing battle, is, I guess, the sense that you get.
Okay. Does it feel like the ones that are in there are just going to be... That's fine. We'll figure it out when it happens. I'll just go over here and I'll just do the ritual and stab
Alright.
the heart.
I will say that Mr. White is big and inside the temple, and that means that he has one very useful job. He grabs this giant raven body in his claws in his mouth, and he holds the chest up to you at the edge of this thing. It is in stabbing distance. You've already used your action. It'll be next turn, which means a round goes by. A big swath of souls begins to kind of go free for a moment and starts rushing off towards the distance. What do you do?
I'm just going to go ahead and stab the heart. And do the ritual of supplantement. And choose Nomad as the ascending god.
Excellent. Let me take a look real quick, make sure that everything is in order. Turn to the blade, coded, given freely. Card. Delightful.
The back of Vasu's mind, just as this is going on, the very small voice of Nomad just says, as always, you're a hero.
I also think Vasu deserves inspiration for being a bro and giving the killing blow technically too.
Yeah.
I approve. Vasu, feel free to take some inspiration.
Is Vasu here? There you
Yeah,
are.
I'm here. I'm not asleep this time, I promise.
When you sound so sleepy.
I am very sleepy, but I'm surviving.
Ace looks back, makes sure that everyone is ready. Nomad, important question. Are you willing?
Yeah.
You give the nod. Ace, you plunge this dagger into the heart. And just like that, everything goes completely silent around you and around everyone else. All of you find yourselves drifting in a weightless, formless space environment, surrounded by darkness that is broken up by strands of blue and sea green and purple and pink off in the distance, auroras that cover every space that you can see, the twinkling of distant stars. And you see this crystal that is impaled by this dagger. You see that the dagger itself begins to wither, losing some of its energy. And you see a tether that connects this crystal to Nomad. The crystal shatters. Nomad begins to glow. His skin becomes translucent. Golden light begins to pour from his eyes, from the tips of his fingers, from his mouth. And below you, like a floor in this environment, you watch as a searing golden light draws a circle. And then simultaneously, 4 additional circles under it, connecting at the center. The symbol of Adra forming a platform for all of you to stand on momentarily. Nomad at the center of all of this. You watch as an entirely golden figure begins to rise up from the center in front of Nomad, towering over. The same figure that appeared earlier in the battle. This draconic figure, horns and wings splendidly lifted behind her, and a hand that reaches down to kind of brush the side of Nomad. And it looks and appears intently, and you can feel all of the pain melt away, Nomad. You feel nothing, peace, tranquility for a moment. And she looks down and asks, "What will you do?"
Serve.
She nods. Very well. And she places her hand entirely engulfing yours. You watch as the claws begin to dig in. You feel just a tiny prick of pain at the bases of your neck. And to the rest of you, you just see Nomad begin to dissolve, disappearing into light. Nomad, you begin to experience time very, very differently. The whole world, for a moment, slows so that you can take hundreds of years of acclimation, of learning, of adjustment, finding your place in an entirely new cosmos, in an entirely new state of upliftment. And you begin to take a tour of the universe with Adra. She asks questions about your story. Who did you love? Who did you hate? What brought you to this point? Why is it, and she eventually settles on this one, why is it that you want to be a god? Why is it that you're here? What do you intend to accomplish?
When she asks who I love, I say everyone. When she asks who I hate, I say myself. When she asks why I want to become a god, because I did not deserve any love. And yet I received it in abundance. It changed me. It filled me to the brim with something I had never understood, could never comprehend. It was a beautiful feeling to not be hated, to be accepted for what I am. And I wish for it to be shared with the rest of the world. Everything is fragile. Everything must be cared for. There is so much imbalance, so much suffering. I want to do good. I want to be good. I'm tired of being this, tired of being unworthy, of failing every single voice in my head. I wish there was a way I could remain with everyone, to have another dinner, to experience a birthday, to fall in love. But this must be done. This is the only rational, kind thing anyone of my stature can do. To not do it would be evil.
She looks at you, takes it all in. At points, she asks for clarification. At points, it becomes clear to you that she is trying to understand your domain. She's trying to suss out your tenets, and many of these answers are useful
Oh, here.
to you.
Just gives her.
At one
Yeah.
point, you are
Oh,
able.
jeez, if you just want my tenets, I already have those sorted.
At one point, you're able to just
Here,
manifest your
let's go.
brochure.
Documents. You want it? My emotions make no sense. Emotions are garbage and hard to interpret. Here, these are what I want.
And yet, she does say these emotions, this love and support that you've been shown, will be the only thing that keeps you existing in this state. Even the state that you're in now, as frail, temporary, trial form, you will need souls to sustain you, to form the basis and foundation of your realm, to serve as your angels. Your friends wait nearby, and she kind of, as she says it, motions, and you can see just locked in time, simultaneously in the starry stage that she had made, and also in the real world, frozen, locked in place at the Temple of Korlin in the ethereal border. And if it is your will, they will become your first and your foundation. But you will need the ongoing, continued support of people who admire you and the things that you stand for, to remain on this world, to have a place in this world, in our world. I trust now that these ambitions of yours will make that happen. Things do change, and I believe that they should.
I do apologize. I wanted to ask for permission before doing all this. But in the end, I can only ask for forgiveness.
There is none necessary. The law of intercession has many rules, many checks, many balances, many of which I'm sure that my champion has told you of. But there is, according to the law of intercession, the rule of great balance, a time for all things to end, that new things may begin. This was as it is meant to be. And perhaps it will be the start of something important. I might add, there is no rule in the law of intercession against birthdays, against speaking through avatars and projections, dreams and divinations. There is no rule against friends. There is no rule against love. You will be limited only by your own power, your own investment, the sympathy that has been given to you. You will need to make important choices. Is it worth more to you to speak with the people that you love, or to protect them, to guide them, or to shelter them? In due time, these choices will become your burden. Even now, at the moment of your creation, when all of this ends, and she kind of waves her hand and pans over to another scene, you will be faced with immediate choices. There are troubling evils that grow in this world that you can continue to address in this new form, and that you can help your friends to address. Places where you can direct your power to lend them aid. but you will need to choose where and when and how to lend that aid and where you must not. And as she pans through these, you see a couple of scenes. The first one, incredibly obvious and nearby to you, is the Broken Elbrot mine nearby, which is riddled with these ethereal arcane spiders, Ozymandias's weave spiders, that are actively harvesting some of the souls that leaked, some of the ones that have hit Crosswinds, and some of them even like breaching into the Elbrot mine and trying to fish them out, although quickly encountering sealed cracks, places that have been closed through magic. But then she begins to pan to other scenes. You see a dark room within a chapel that has the symbol of Aedra. Even within my domain, danger lurks. I have called upon Moat to help me cleanse it when the time is right. But that is not the only danger threatening this world. She motions again, and you can see in a dark cave that is illuminated with every color of the rainbow. These winding tunnels filled with stillstone, dripping with water. Water pouring in like a waterfall into the Underdark. Something that I don't believe you ever encountered, but I believe at some point you guys have done a check on this and learned of a place called the Snake Lights, where several large highways and tunnels in the Underdark converge.
Looks familiar.
Yep. A place of tremendous elemental energy. And you can see that within this area, 6 spiders conspicuously skitter in a line from rock to rock, trying to remain within the shadows, trying to be unseen.
Are
As
they
other...
Aussie spiders?
They're not. They are regular ass spiders. I mean, they're the size of $50. They're pretty big. And actually, in your new form,
It's not very big for Underdark spiders.
in your new form, you have true sight straight up. You can see that these spiders are in fact shapeshifted druids. You see dark blue cloaks.
Oh, it's them. Makes sense.
You see evil, waiting, lurking, scheming. And then, of course, finally, she shows you Azadirith within the chambers of Stormcellar. And in that vision, you can see that looming above Azadirith, who is already enormous and daunting in his own form, this dark green dragon, is the projected image of Ozymandias himself, speaking in Draconic, asking how progress is going on the Void, giving instructions on the preparation of the area where the ritual will be complete. All in due time, which will come sooner than you think. You will need to choose where to focus your efforts, where to buy more time, while your friends complete the others. But for now...
Triage. Very well.
Exactly. But then she begins to, in this kind of frozen state of time, where you have time to shape, to sculpt.
He's itching to start doing things because he saw the souls being bothered. He's like, oh god, we have to do something.
And that's basically what happens. And we're not going to sit here and have you do all of this in real time because it's 11:20 and there's a lot of work that goes into becoming a god. Mm-hmm. But over the course of what is probably 3 or 4 years of perceived time to you, she has you pluck souls from nearby Ace, from within yourself, and decide what to do with them. Decide whether you claim that soul, whether the soul accepts you. Decide whether that soul becomes a ward within your domain of afterlife, or if it becomes one of your starting angels, if it becomes an archangel, and also building your domain, building your afterlife, trying to build this picture of what you view as a utopian demiplane where you will reside and where your souls will reside, the souls that you claim when they go to the afterlife. We don't have to sit here and go through all the details, but if you do have just a quick idea of what that looks like, I'm intrigued. What does Nomad's afterlife domain look like?
Nomad's afterlife, his domain, is based on empathy. Something he earned, or rather mutated, very quick the first time. It's what helped him understand people. It's what helped him connect with Ace. And this empathic nature of this domain shapes it to kind of form what is the most comfortable or comforting or soothing and most pleasant experience for them, whether it's surrounded by family or a walk in the market. It It could be a ship sailing. It's a mindscape where everyone is connected. Or private.
As
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
As you form this and as you begin to determine where souls go, Adra confirms for you something that had come up earlier. This domain is beautiful. I think that the souls that have entrusted themselves to you will admire and love it until the stars burn down and our final fates are sealed. It is noteworthy that although it is only a blink of an eye in our time, mortal kind has not had a home like this for their souls in thousands of their years. This will be the world's first heaven in quite some time. You will be at the forefront of a new generation of dead. It is a tremendous responsibility, young nomad.
I think I've chosen my portfolio.
I am delighted.
I think the domains he relates with are knowledge, change, unity.
She nods
He's,
through all three.
and he has chosen the moniker of like the god of fragile things.
Delightful. There's a continued crafting period, but eventually, when the last soul is sorted, she waves her hand and pulls you back down to the starry platform where all of your friends wait. The rest of you watch as, in just a blink of an eye, this glowing form of Nomad suddenly is fully fleshed out. His skin glimmers with an obvious celestial energy. His eyes brilliant white. You, Nomad, you're free to change your form. You can look like whatever you want to look like. What do you choose to look like as a deity?
I think Nomad, despite wanting very much to look like someone who everyone would think is beautiful, he opts to stay the way he looks because it's what his friends recognize.
I think you should be a Rubik's Cube because it's about intelligence, change, and you're knighting all the colors.
What's a Rubik's Cube?
Nomad's first words as a god.
Yeah, his first words are just.
That wasn't in character.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
His first words are probably like, "Be not afraid."
Sup?
I think I probably instinctually pop a divine sense just to see,
Absolutely.
my friend is actually a god now.
Yeah. And sure enough, when your divine sense goes off, you detect brilliant radiating celestial energy. Stronger than an angel, weaker than the form of Adra that you now see before you, who burns like the sun upon your senses. But you do see that eclipsing that sun is a smaller star. Nomad appears to have attained some level of godhood, demigodhood. He is a fledgling god, but he is a fledgling ascendant god.
Nordo doesn't have divine sense, so instead he takes a step forward and places a hand on Nomad's face. It's just, is that still you?
He just kind of touches down the ground in front of like Nordo and just hugs him. It is me.
So, what now? Do you? I'm assuming you're gonna be busy now, and we'll just continue without you.
The souls are safe is the main thing. He looks at Adra like confirm like we've saved them, kind of, at least from being consumed by spiders.
She does, but you can see that she has kind of cupped two hands together, like she's holding onto a bug or a firefly. And she momentarily glances down at that, but then she looks back up to you with a smile and nods.
Yeah. The next step depends on what happens next. Do you know where you'll go?
Back to the ship, and then Storm Cellar. That's where we're going, right?
Storm Cellar.
Feels like a lifetime ago, but yeah, that's where we were going.
Also, for what it's worth, the reason I was going to shape change into a Drow Matron is because she has spells, but the Ancient Brass's shape change, you don't get the class's features, so I
Right.
would have just turned it into myself.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't need to just be some random lady.
Yeah. Who's this lady?
Oh, was that the hand
Who's
raise, or
that lady?
did you have something else?
That was it.
Okay, excellent. There is one last point of order. And this is a mercy that I've held on to based on the tenets that I have heard you speak. She lowers and opens up her cupped palm. And in it, you see one last soul. A tiny, weary, broken-legged, broken-winged raven. With 8 beady spider eyes and a couple of tiny little horns curled off the back of its head and a hooked black beak. This is the daemon that absorbed souls, became a god, and caused ruin for 3 sapient species of his own uplifting. By my own judgment, by the law of intercession, I would have simply removed him from existence. But she looks at you and looks to Ace and looks back to you. I sense that this is not how how you would have your ascension proceed. What will be done with
Yes.
his soul?
He kind of kneels next to Ace. So they're kind of semi the same height. What would you have us do, Ace?
Give her to me.
Gently, Nomad kind of reaches for the little Corlin, palm up. Very gentle.
He, through labored breaths, barely able to move. Adra essentially just kind of scoots him off of her own palms and into yours.
And then he brings it smoothly over to Ace. Just in front.
Does she?
Will you teach her how to love like you do?
That's what I was hoping. I honestly thought that I'd have to go to the astral plane to get her, but this makes it easier.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, give me a nat 20, or give me a d20.
Yes. Yeah.
And actually, you're in a very unique domain right now. You can do it with advantage.
Give him a nat 20.
Nope, not today.
14? Was it even?
Nope.
No.
Hell no, this is a luck check.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is a luck check.
This is to see. If,
14!
this is to see if Miss Lucius randomly just came
Oh,
by
The,
to come
the
back.
multiverse is a big old place, friends.
Frankly, I'm surprised you're allowing it on a 20. I think
I-
it might be like 100.
I realistically would be much higher, but we're using some Hollywood timing here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't separate him permanently from his ability to use a familiar.
You could just summon a different
That's true. We
one,
did
but
already
that's not the
establish that
same.
you could at any
Yeah.
time abandon your dear familiar Luge.
Oh yeah. That's kind of what I'm planning on doing. He's probably happier out there doing whatever he does.
He's on
You know,
adventures.
something
I will
that
say-
I mostly just really wanted to see you do his voice reporting back what he saw. That's really just what I wanted.
I will say, there's no check required. If you do decide to sever the bond and let him go free, he will enjoy it. He will have a good adventure.
Oh
He
yeah.
will not be hurt by that.
And of course, he'll eventually be reborn as
That's deep.
as a Tabaxi in another
Of
universe.
course.
It all goes full circle.
Uh,
All right.
We have his origins now.
In that case, this daemon, this tiny little mote of sympathetic energy that accumulated like rust upon the weave and took on a form of its own, now sits in front of you, Ace. Between Adra's presence and Nomad, the actual demigod in front of you, able to shape this soul into whatever you want to do with it. If you have any plans for it, if you simply wanted to accompany you as a voice in your head, he could be turned into an item that accompanies you. He could become a familiar. He could become a weak companion. It is up to all of you to decide what to do with the soul of Corlin.
If she became a familiar, what would happen when I die?
Shoot eats it.
Adra explains all souls eventually find their way to some sort of an afterlife, even if that afterlife is spent wandering for a time. They say that when the stars end, they will all coalesce, that they will be given one final judgment and then a chance to be reborn. But truthfully, there is some knowledge even beyond me, beyond the gods of this world. Your death will not cause any additional suffering.
Well, then I would like her to be bound to me.
She nods. It will be so.
And then I guess
no.
I'll just be like, later loosh, and then deuces to him.
Perfect.
Nordo's trying to be subtle, very unsuccessfully, and leans over at Moat and is like, "Is that Adra? Like the actual?"
Am I deaf?
Oh yeah, you're deaf.
Yeah,
Can
you
we
sure
cure
are.
that?
I said,
We
do
still
I
have
have Rory's
Rory's and everything.
bond? Well, Nomad is
Yeah.
dead. Or gone.
That's a very good point, actually.
It's
Right.
not
Rise is
concentration. Isn't it just a spell for a duration?
Is it?
It's
I thought it was
gone for 3
concentration.
years. Oh no, Rari's isn't concentration.
Oh, then yeah, no, it is still active.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the Nordo's probably gotten in the habit of just simultaneously talking out loud and thinking telepathically because it's the best he can do at mastering
Yeah.
this talent.
Moat, could I introduce you to Adra?
Would you
We've
be
met.
so kind? I've never met you in person.
He just kind of leads Moat over.
This towering figure, this lithe, kind of dragon-looking avatar of Adra, shrinks down to a form that is appropriate for your size. And when I say that, I mean she still is like 8 feet tall. She's not going to actually get short of me.
Right,
That's
of
crazy.
course not.
But you know, looking down a couple of feet instead of 30 stories. You have been a tremendous, faithful servant to me. Even when your peers faltered, when doubt filled their minds, greed, jealousy took over their tenets, their ideals. You've led your friend to a place of importance, and most importantly, of peace. And there's still work ahead of you. But I cannot thank you enough for the work that you've already done. For the service that you've done as my hand in places where I cannot reach.
It's the least I can do for everything you've done for me, for bringing me to this family and keeping them safe. I think I'm missing like a liver and a lung.
Yeah, she looks down at you and sees literally exposed skin and like grievous wounds.
Please fix them.
She
I think I'm dying.
puts a hand on your chest.
Adra knows I can't die.
Oh, you are invincible as long as I am with you. You know this.
I just look around and I'm like, you fucking hear
No,
that?
don't tell him that. Don't
Don't
tell
tell
him
him that.
that. I literally tell her, don't tell him that.
Way too late.
She puts a hand on your chest, and you watch as, knitting itself back together where flesh was gone, are new sinews. But these sinews are golden. It reminds you very much of kind of the cracks that Elise had used to do the what the fuck is it? Somebody tell me what the technique is called. I always forget. It starts with a U, where you fix broken things with smelted gold.
Oh,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I can't believe
Kinsukurugi.
that Kinsukurugi. That's the one. You look down and it's still warm to the touch. It feels like skin, but it shimmers like molten gold, and it continues to remain that way for some time. And once your skin is healed, she repairs the cloak under it, the tabard over it, and also the suit of plate is replenished. Steel reinforced with these golden patches, these signs over your heart that have been repaired, touched by a god. For all intents and purposes, your suit of armor, in addition to any other properties that it already had, now counts as an artifact. And over the place where it has been repaired, you see that the sigil is emblazoned into it, 5 rings over your heart. Furthermore, you and anybody else who is here is fully healed, and all of you gain 5 points of maximum hit point. Your max hit points go up by 5, all of you.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
Any of you
Major
that had
coming in
serious grievous wounds like that can also see that they are repaired with gold. Your skin turns gold in the places where she has touched you.
Aw. So I was only missing like 7 HP. Do I get any cool gold scars?
You get a couple gold
A
feathers.
fingernail.
When she gets to you, she kind of looks down at you. And there's a
I'm like-
moment of silence, and then she kind of like, you want something cool, don't you?
I'm like, I don't want to seem like ungrateful, and I also don't want you to assume that like I wasn't in there getting, in the scrap and getting in the fight for this cause. Because like I don't know if you were watching, but I put in a lot of work
Oh,
there.
I saw. You were
I was just-
tremendously helpful.
I was just lucky not to get hit.
Well, sometimes...
I got you, fam, and I turned him into solid gold.
Oh
It's
Sometimes
beautiful.
winning is losing, and losing is winning. What would you like to lose?
no! Do I have to lose something?
Well, you'll regain it.
It's gonna turn gold.
I do not often indulge in vanity. Choose wisely.
Your wings.
No.
Your gold.
Your ass.
Your talons? Would you like gold talons?
That would be pretty cool. Oh, but then I'd have to like have all of my claws plucked out first and then replace with gold.
It's don't worry. It's like god magic shit. It's good. I don't think she's gonna take tweezers and pull them out.
Oh, no, allow me to make this very clear. Balance is necessary. There is no gain without pain.
She gets the
Okay.
pliers out.
Yeah, the players come out.
I will not be cruel, but I will not be merciful.
That's totally fair. I think I just kind of got like this pretty bad like cut on my finger here. I mean, I don't you don't gotta like take the whole finger, do you? You can just like. You know what? Never mind. I'm good.
She takes your hand and heals you up, and you do see that permanently in that tiny little cut sliver on whatever finger is injured, there is a tiny little sliver of gold that will linger for the rest of your life.
Hooray!
Ace, what's up?
So I have 2 things.
Yes.
One, I'm currently shapeshifted, but my normal form is beat the shit up. So how does that affect that?
Probably affects your normal form.
You would probably need to drop out of that shape change if you want to have your normal form fixed up. Granted, it depends on how fucked up your normal form was. If you
my normal form is like 41 out of 115.
that she would like that probably manifests as actual missing chunks of flesh because of the way those feathers work.
It wasn't mostly feathers. I think it was mostly just her hurting my feelings a lot or
that's
something.
true.
But yeah,
Did she
I
get
guess
What's the charisma check
Oh right. Well, yeah.
that
fair.
charisma check was on
on the dragon, right?
Yeah,
the dragon.
Yeah, that's true. Then it's up to you. She is happy to heal you if you want. It's kind of the same situation as Vasu. If you change out of your shape change, she'll patch you up. You'll get some golden scars if you want. But otherwise, you
guess-
can let them knit naturally.
I guess I could get some cool. Might as well get some cool scars. Am I right? So I guess I'll just drop my concentration. And then my second thing is I actually wanted to ask her a question.
Of course.
So you probably saw me like rocket my forklift at that Colossus. It was really cool, like the flames and everything. I felt something. What? Do you know what that was?
She looks for a moment to the tiny little crow that is sitting in your palm. Daemons take many forms. Many times they require a much larger accumulation of sympathy. It is not uncommon for a daemon to be formed when a loved pet dies, when a family heirloom is passed down through several generations, or even when a man loses their loved one. It is rare, but not unheard of, for items to rapidly form daemons when they are the target of a tremendous amount of sympathy. And you are given a boon, an old boon, a boon almost as old as I am, that allows you to keep and shape souls in sympathy more effectively than most. It is possible that you just loved that forklift enough to form a little mote of a daemon, and that little mote of a daemon was enough of a soul for you to pull at its strings.
So, why? What am I? Why me?
You are the child of God, as most uplifted species are, but more importantly, you are a very specific combination of draconic blessing. You are two halves of a shattered species, and the gaps have been filled with blood given freely by dragonkind, a gift almost as rare as God's blood.
What do you mean?
You've heard stories of Oztakozka, yes, in your travels with my paladin, with Moat, and the Firebird's Roost.
Meta, I forget who Ostakov. There's so many Oz's.
There's so many. It's the Silver Dragon, who basically uplifted the
Alexander's
keepers.
boyfriend.
Yeah, Alexander's boyfriend. The one that gave a blessing to the keepers to help them spirit and shepherd the souls of the Phoenix through the afterlife so that they could be reborn or inhabit the masks.
Gotcha.
Your mother and your father each possessed half of that bloodline, and in addition to that, you have found the blessing of blood. You are, to the fullest extent of my knowledge, the only remaining untainted keeper. Those in Firebird's Roost had been split and severed. I know that you've spent some time trying to re-educate them on their purpose, but it will be years, maybe even decades, before they achieve what you've done. You have an important role, if you choose to accept it, in that you are one of the only people who can change the way that forces ebb and flow in this place that has been fouled by the destruction of the Crosswinds. You can choose to ignore them, and you can help others to ignore them, to pull them to their own freedom. And in time, you may be able to help others to do the same, for as long as it is necessary, which, if you are successful, may not be that long.
There weren't any Kinkus on that island, right?
That is correct.
So my mom wasn't like 100% Kinku then?
I am not extremely familiar with her mother. I could potentially invest some of my power into learning more of her if you'd like.
I mean, it's probably not that important. I guess just curious. Do you know who gave me that vision?
Oh boy. Boy, would she. What a great question. You know what, just give me a luck check.
I'm not good at those.
I know. How can you not be good at luck checks?
See?
No. I am thankful for it, but I have many brothers and sisters, and they are each their own keepers. Well, I am their overseer, but not their keeper.
Does this mean if I fix up my forklift? He's kind of just muttering to himself. Does this mean if I fix up my forklift,
No,
that
no.
it'll be alive?
She puts a hand on your shoulder. And she looks again to the crow in your palm. Daemons do not die unless a god destroys them. Somewhere within that Elbrot mind, you will find that daemon again.
Oh my god, guys.
Norda,
On
what's
it,
up?
Ace. On it.
I'm going to give life to everything. Kidding, mostly.
Mostly.
What you got, Norda?
Two things. Whenever Norda steps up for his healing, I just super duper love the mental image of a couple of those feathers having been stuck in his shell, and they're like cracks along his shell, and now his cracks are filled in with gold.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always imagined his shell with lots of like cracks spackled in.
I was almost dead. Am I like mostly gold now?
It's significant. It's mostly like covered by your armor. It's on mostly your chest. There was a little bit on your thigh as well.
Oh, can we hear now?
No, you guys are still deaf.
She didn't heal that? I thought she was a god.
Unbelievable.
You know, that
Wow.
was actually incredibly
You know what?
reasonable.
You know what?
Lesser
Yell
restoration-
score 2 out of 5.
You're right. You're right. You guys are cured of
Lesser
darkness.
restoration. This is basically a mass heal.
Actual god can't afford a lesser restoration for her most valiant servant. She's busy.
What's she doing? Chilling in the afterlife?
But Nordo,
She's got a lot
Shake
going
my
on.
head.
after he steps up and gets this healing, a few things happen. When he steps up, he for sure rings the concierge bell and like takes an E, gets the gold cracks filled in, and stands up and thank you for sending Moat to me. He changed my life. I wouldn't be where I am without him.
In all things, there is give and take. He needed you to shape him as much as he has helped shape you. Sending him to you was not a blessing, it was a necessity.
Sure felt like a blessing to me.
That's because you are a blessing.
Have I done... I've done some pretty terrible things, and Moat always talks about balancing the scales, about putting enough on one side to level the other side out and eventually rise up above it. Have I done enough? Have I put enough on the other side?
She kneels down, and she, with one hand, basically like 2 fingers on one side of your neck, 2 fingers on the other, just grabs you by the chest, gently but firmly. And then she brings one of her other giant hands over and kind of rests it on the rests her palm on your forehead. If you attempt to resist anything, give me a charisma saving throw.
I don't. I wanna know
There,
what the
She
DC
people
is, though.
minds you.
Overkill.
she closes her eyes, and you begin to see in a flash visions of your past. The peace and serenity and hope and innocence of where you started on the island, the sea as far as you could look in all directions, the fire and the blood and the pain and the guilt of everything that happened in the years to follow. And then the struggle, the training, the resilience, the restraint of fighting your way through the monastery, not just in the sense of training your physical body, but in training your guilt, tempering your frustration, and learning to channel this anger, this rage into useful ends that can try to make amends for what has happened. Eventually, the events start to make it into your adventuring years. You see the people that you've helped. You see the faces of children and mothers and fathers freed from the wandering sun, as it crashes down on the horizon. You see the orcs saved from Beetlejuice, sent happily to their homes, to remake and rebuild from what they can, with your name on their lips, their face on your minds, or on their minds. And eventually comes to the image of you speaking with the spirits of your parents in the Elbrot mind through the garbled interface, this technological looking glass, and the happiness and the relief on both of their faces. And she lifts her hand and your vision is restored. And she looks down, and with sort of a stoic lack of passion that is a bit surprising given how intense the experience was for you, she says, I do not have a claim on your soul. And she shakes her head. But I suspect that whoever does will judge you fairly for the good things that you've done, and judge you with mercy for the things that you were made to do. No one is free from what they've done. There is no excuse that changes the truth of what your hands have wrought. But mortal kind has no bearing on the past, only their futures. And you have steered your own future towards the light. That, I think, weighs heavily on the scales. It is not my place to forgive you, but I believe it is yours, and I believe that you should.
I don't think he says much in response. I think he just nods and kind of gives a very deep bow of respect, and then probably dings the concierge bell a couple times. Just thank you for everything. Ding ding. Just kind of steps away.
Ace, what's up?
What about this? And he kind of like holds up the dagger, or holds out the dagger.
She recoils.
I don't like stab her.
Right. I assume that you're not going fast
Hey,
enough.
what about
that
this?
she's-
Stab.
Let's kill another god tonight.
Right, but even knowing that you're not actually like making a go at like hurting Adra, there is still a visible like withdrawal. She takes a step back. She kind of calmly crosses her hands in front of herself. That is a tool that I have touched once and only once, and am never to touch again. It is yours to do with as you please. If it were me, I would destroy it. I believe that as things are, there is no need for haste. There are no names on my list that have begun to topple the scales too far in one direction or the other. However, I trust your judgment and those of your friends, and especially those of my champion. That was the manifestation of a tremendous amount of my power, and it would be wasteful for it to be destroyed senselessly. Do with it as you wish. Destroy it, hide it, lock it away until it is needed.
Check out through one of these like random rifts.
Oh boy.
He like looks like he's joking a little bit, but at the same time, it's like
That would certainly put it out of commission for some time. I'm not sure if it's distinguishable from simply destroying it.
I mean, we could. These are like other dimensions, right?
They
They're
are,
like
and those are worlds outside of my reach. With the Crosswinds scrambled, I cannot touch distant worlds. None of us can.
can
When
you
they are
normally?
restored. When I was born, yes, these strings, these strands of light, these crosswinds, they connect all heavenly bodies, or at least they were meant to. your kind had just stumbled on them when the invasion happened, and were beginning to understand their power when they scrambled them. If they are someday unscrambled, their knots untied, the winds set sail into space once more, then perhaps they can be used as they were once used. Most importantly, to allow the souls to go where they need to go, beyond this plane, beyond this planet, beyond this world. Until then, however, you have, at least temporarily, created a safer, realer place than the mines that your ancestors made as a temporary measure.
So wait, you made this?
The dagger? Yes. It
Then-
is my
Then
role.
why does the description not say "and Adra"? And that like can be used. I
Yeah.
guess you probably wouldn't need the
It is
boon.
it is not my place alone to wield.
Okay.
I do not and cannot act alone. I am nothing more than a manifestation of the desires of everyone who seeks a balance between chaos and stagnation.
So why is it that dragons are so important with this?
Oh boy. Okay. As this conversation is happening, there is a noticeable decline in the twinkling of lights around you, and the magic and the energy. You get the sense that you are in some sort of a field that is fading. There's limited time.
Yeah. If the other people want to talk to her, they can. I just didn't want to like just have like god killing weapon just
For sure. With that said, you guys have just done a tremendous service for a very important god. I'll say that you guys have time for like 3 more big questions if you want to throw out 3 big questions, and that can be one of them if you want. Why are dragons so important?
Oh. What's up to everyone else? I'm just shooting the shit with the god, you know?
Trying to think of what else he would ask. Yeah, that's probably a good one. Sinordo has asked the only thing that mattered at all to him, but as far as plot relevant logistics.
I have an idea. What if we save these 3 questions for next time, and then we have time to think it over?
That is also a
That
totally
seems like a good
legitimate
idea.
option.
What a great
Yeah.
idea.
Excellent. While we are thinking things over, during this time, Nomad. This is a choice that was presented to you during your time stasis, during your Dragon Ball Z training montage.
My kind of training montage? That's cool.
You know, the 3 years that passed while you
Yeah.
were shaping your demi-plane. When you begin, when you guys return to time, when time resumes for all of you, and you're dropped back into the border ethereal and your adventure continues, Nomad, you have a limited amount of power as a demigod. You can begin to have real influence on the world around you. And at your current level, you basically have enough power to choose 2 of these options out of that list of 6.
Oh
And
boy.
begin exerting influence towards those things.
I can pick 2 of these, yeah?
You can basically pick 2. Yep.
And influence what's going on with them?
Yep. Whether that is sending angels to fight the things there, performing miracles to try to hamper the motions of enemies there. If you do really, really well, you could potentially even solve 1 or 2 of these issues, although it's very likely that what you'll be doing is stalling, buying time, or giving your friends an advantage when they go to deal with it. You have time to think about it until next week as well, but start putting some thought into which of these options seems like what Nomad would focus on initially.
I got those cultists, don't you even worry about it.
Oh, I figured.
And one of these has to be the one that gives you a PC to play.
Uh,
Surely.
Yeah.
It's kind of up to you. The alternative, of course, is you just come up with another character that you want to play, and I know you've got a few ideas for that, so
Yeah.
I will leave that
I
up
have
to
like
you.
6.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I will play a different character for each arc.
Nope, you sure won't.
Okay, fine.
Do
Let's bring
definitely-
Jerry back. Woo.
Bless Jerry.
He doesn't want to be here.
You can play the
Ozymandias collecting souls. Okay, definitely Ozymandias is a big deal. It's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, the hook diamonds can just kind of fall. Nobody needs to worry about that.
Yeah, those are fine. Who cares? Most people have
It's
wings.
fine. It's fine.
Fuck them.
What about all the
let's-
people in Islamar that don't fly? There's a lot of them.
My cousin.
Well, they should have thought about
Right.
that before they couldn't fly.
My cousin.
Yeah.
Well, he's
We
on the
take
ship
all
now. We're good.
kinds, though. That's our shtick. Oh, also,
See.
I did pass out last episode and missed all of the pre-battle sentimental talk, but I do imagine that there was some sort of conversation between Nomad and Vasu.
He did. He actually, I said it earlier during the rift. He
Yeah,
called you
the thing
hero.
about the hero thing, I didn't have time to respond to it at the time,
Oh,
but
here, tell me.
I'd imagine, okay, retroactively, Vasu probably would have just said, hey, a hero without something to fight for is just an asshole with a violent tendency. They
Sometimes
kinda
you
pats
need
you on the back
an
as a
asshole
thank you.
with a violent tendency.
Hey, that's
I
me.
wish I could feel as strongly and as passionately about things as you do, and act on them too, with nary a care in the wind.
Well, thank you for giving me something constructive to point my passion toward.
Thank you for teaching me to meditate. It's very helpful, especially in these trying times.
Right.
And also, I know some other people made like makeshift nomad symbols, and Vasu definitely would have done that at the time.
Excellent.
Cause he's got jeweler's kit.
Oh.
All right. Well, we'll pick up here next week. You guys can decide 3 questions if you have them, and Nomad can begin deciding what to do next. I'm going to assume that one way or the other, the next step for the party is continue up towards Azdirith and help Gale retake the kingdom, assuming the trade is no longer dying of COVID, which we'll have to kind of play that by ear.
Yeah.
If not, we'll
Um,
still have to go. Well, just go bust into his house and make him get better so
Yeah.
he can play. We'll force it.
True.
Yeah, that'll work.
Violence is the best medicine.
I'm gonna smother him with medicine.
Hell yeah.
He
and
better
love.
be better by Monday anyway, because he got you
Was
guys
that
into this mess.
He better be better by Wednesday. But also, I care for him deeply and hope that he does recover soon, but also wish him all the time that he needs to do so.
Speaking of Mondays, see if I'm going to message you a question.
Okay.